Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Fate of Ukodor. I am your dungeon master, Judgy DM, also known as Stacks. Everyone, welcome to Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. This is the premiere episode number 2 for Fate of Ukodor. We will start our episode 1 next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, but let's see. We will do a recap real quick because we don't have like the intro stuff. So yeah, Galileo, the head arbiter of Task Force 11, arrives in the Lotus District a bit disoriented from consuming the now empty liquid Rosarium capsule in his grasp, and returning to the Fifth Age without letting it properly materialize into his system. After maneuvering his way to the Sundive Transit Station, he comes across the Twilight Tavern to seek aid in arriving at the Arbiter base, located below the station. When he entered the tavern, a young Corvu, fairy named Elm, catches his eye, being that he belongs to Task Force 3. Elm is currently singing at the night's time slot he normally takes when he's not working, and as Galileo makes his way up, Elm sees that the head arbiter is worse for wear. Quickly aiding him while serving as guide to the back of the stage, they proceed down corridors to a large metallic door with a keypad. After entering the correct code, the two of them proceed through another series of checks before being admitted into Sanctuary, the safe holding area of the Arbiter hideout. Galileo soon begins to find the Guardian to inform him that the mission he and his fellow teammate Gear were on went south. And he would need to work towards getting him back. The Guardian, without hesitation, ended the training scenario that both Zesa and Fletch were currently inhabiting, two other members of Task Force 11. They meet up and realize that Gear is missing and was left behind somewhere in the Second Age. After a brief discussion to which the Guardian interjects, he tells the others to go find any available arbiters that are not doing anything, while he takes Galileo to the med ward. As Zesa and Fletch begin their search, they soon come across Farabin, another lead arbiter of Task Force 4, and Siegfried, the lead for Task Force 3. The four of them are in a bit of a disagreement of the nature of Gear's disappearance. Meanwhile, the Guardian begins to retrieve vials of blood from Galileo so that he can use the antibodies within the capsules to create more liquid Rosarium. He reminds Galileo that he has a no one left behind policy, to which Galileo says there was no other choice. They agree to meet up in the briefing room, where the others also ultimately find them. Through a series of finger pointing and blaming, it is safe to say that these groups haven't worked with each other that often. Zesa interjects and expresses that they need to come up with a plan, because two seasoned arbiters were caught off guard, which simply does not take place. After realizing what dangers they could in fact face, the Guardians agree to allow the aid of his Rosari artifact called Angel, and while he goes to retrieve it, the others begin to set up their gear and loadout so that they are ready to embark on the Task Force X classified mission. The Guardian approaches everyone at the launch bay and gives Galileo an armillary which contains the sentient artificial intelligence that could possibly aid them in their time of need. Eventually, they all make their way into the warp vortex that thrusts them back in time to the Second Age. They arrive, some better than others, and after finding that no one is suffering from Rosari overdose, they begin to traverse the woods in hopes of tracking where Gear went missing. Soon, they arrive at the camp that Galileo and Gear stayed at the night prior, and they come across a piece of Gear's gear. However, it is currently laced with a bit of Gear's blood. They expand their search and ultimately come across a group of 3 corpse flowers that have somehow made their way into the area. The party quickly takes them down, and after examining it a bit more, they realize that this blood within these corpse flowers is rather corrosive and needs more investigation. Ultimately, they continue and find their way to one last notable clue, which is a pool of Gear's blood, essentially. After investigating that area, they come to terms with something malicious may have happened, and after making their way to the site where Gear and Galileo last were before Galileo returned to the Fifth Age, they came across a cave. Working their way around it to figure out their best approach, Zesa was able to sneak up and find a certain item, artifact, within the cave. As she picked it up, it began to draw the others near, closer, without their intent of doing so. She quickly placed the item down, and the others kind of made their way closer or stayed back, depending on who they were. Zesa picked up the item without actually touching it on one of her plates, and she proceeded to direct it towards Galileo's sort of pocket of holding. And before it actually made it there, it disappeared right before their eyes. Not knowing what was happening, Galileo informed Angel of the fact, to which she informed that there was another anomaly on the loose. As the anomaly approached faster, they found that first it began to attack Fletch, second Siegfried, and as this beam of light began to eradicate their friends, Farabin kind of used himself as a shield over Zesa. He too came victim to this beam of light. And soon Zesa and Galileo's vision went dark. And that's where we are picking up today. So it's a lot's happened since, I'm just put this disclosure out there, a lot's happened since the first part of the prequel. But to interject a slight bit, we are doing a giveaway here at the end of break, so just go ahead and put in !critical and you will be entered in for that giveaway for some awesome dice. We will give that away right after the break. But in terms of time, how much time has things kind of taken place? So 2 years in the Fifth Age have passed since this whole event kind of unfolded. And in the Second Age, a total of 40 years have taken place. So we open up at the Wet Grog's Tavern. And it's pretty lively tonight. There's a lot of activity. There is a bit of snowfall outside, but for the most part, everyone is sort of heading to the Wet Grog's Tavern that is arguably named the Wet Snogs Tavern because that's usually what people end up doing. But what's my train of thought just left me?
Choo-choo.
There we go. So people head over to the Wet Grog's Tavern because they offer cheaper drinks than some of the more notable taverns within Dorne. The city of Dorne is relatively large, very expansive, castle-like buildings. Things kind of aren't stacked up on top of each other, but it definitely does hold a lot of living for the individuals within this area. But at this tavern in particular, we open up to a young half-elf barbarian who is just bringing another round of drinks to the table, and she sets them down. She has about 4, and there's only 2 people, including herself, as she sits down. So, Nessia, would you like to describe how you look?
Nessia has...
Oh, Nessia, there we are.
Yeah.
Starting
so
off
Nessia,
strong.
I would say she's about 5'8" to 5'10", somewhere in there. She's built and very muscularly, but she's still quite feminine. She has long brunette hair and elf ears. She wears a moonstone necklace around her neck, and she has her casual clothes on. She looks a little bit better than she usually does because it's a special occasion.
Nice. So as you are bringing the drinks, you set them in front of a burly dwarven male who kind of smiles at you. Brolin, would you like to describe how you look?
Surely. So I'm a solid 5 foot, just this square of a dwarf, just like broad shoulders, muscular, but short enough. Reddish brown hair and beard, braided. Some of it's kind of braided together. It's pretty messy. It's not like great. I'm wearing kind of like an all black jumpsuit, but you can see lines of white where the sweat has just dried. And just next to me against the wall, there is a huge heavy shield and just a pile of plate armor parts. And here we go.
So tonight of nights is rather special because it is Nisea's birthday.
It is. Congratulations on going around one more time.
Another year.
Another year. It's been a good year, though.
Oh, is it? How's it been for you? I mean, we haven't seen each other in a while.
Well, we've been adventuring, and I feel like we've done pretty good this year. Got some gold in our pockets, and we've seen some of the lands around Dorne, so I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It was in good company.
Indeed.
So there's a bit of music playing in the background. Other lively people are coming to and fro. Again, it's slightly snowing outside, so people are trying to stay in for the night before it gets like too chilly. The only downside of the Wet Grog's Tavern is it's not an inn as well. So people typically come here for a meal, for some drinks, and then they have to make their merry way on to wherever it is they need to go. But the two of you are just enjoying the night, and there is a certain bard kind of sat, not at a stage because they're not fancy enough here for that, but just in the corner area, sort of playing their fiddle, and people just downplay it in the background. Other barmaids are going around serving drinks. Is there anything you two would like to do?
Before we get too drunk, I've made you something for your special day. And he pulls out a crafted, he is a jewel crafter. It's a silver, it's about maybe like 4 inches long, and it's a silver double-headed battle axe made out of like silver metal, except on the blades of the battle axe there's 2 gems, blue, not moonstone, but kind of cheap blue gems that but that have been shaped in a unique shape that's kind of like it's raised, but then it goes down to the blade, this curved blade of this double-head battle axe. And then I show you, I was like, not only is it pretty, and I show you like I scrape it across the table, the 2 blades of this little tiny like battle axe are sharp. And so, I don't know, you could use it to open a letter or something. I don't know, but here you go.
Oh, this is amazing, Brolin. You know how much I love sharp things.
Oh, I do. Now, I think it's time for us to drink more.
Oh, you think you can hold your own, eh?
I know I can hold my own against your little half-elf frame.
Are you sure?
We'll see.
Well, let's have a drink off.
So as the two of you begin to do as you normally do with the drinks, we are going to shift the story over to the future. Now, in the 5th Age, as I said before, a total of 2 years have passed since the events, and it's more or less called the events because no one really talks about it anymore. From Arbiter standpoint, there is no Arbiter program anymore because after the head arbiters of not one, not two, but 3 teams didn't return, a lot of the other arbiters, the ones that work with the Guardian, just decided to turn in their badges. So the Arbiter program sort of shut down 2 years ago. Sanctuary is still a thing. However, Sundive Transit Station isn't really a thing anymore. It still has a lot of those different shops, but the man that owns the area is kind of repurposing that place. So first he has condemned all 3, the Sunrise Cafe, the Sunset Lounge, and the Twilight Tavern. Those have all been closed down since then. However, there are ways to get into the sanctuary if you know the way. But that's not where we're going to open. We are actually going to open with another area within Chaldean, one that goes by the name of, let me just make sure I don't pronounce this one wrong, because it's actually spelt a little bit different than Cerosian. Let's see. It is... I am completely prepared. It is called... Here we are. Arella? I hope the L's aren't a Y sound. But Arella, Arella is kind of another metropolis of a city. It is about maybe an hour's train transport to the Cerosian New Republic. However, it is a bit more green, and by green there is a lot of forestation that kind of hasn't been chopped down. It's almost as if the architectures who built this place took nature in mind and decided to heed its warning and just like build around it rather than destroy complete landscapes and start from scratch. But there is a particular monument that is of question, and that is within the Arella area. And we open up with a young, inquisitive tiefling. She has a lead. She is certain she has a lead because that is what this gadget in her hand is saying. Flint is mischievous, maybe? Inquisitive?
Put it lightly.
Put it lightly. But she is, she's in a state of, we need to kind of get the Arbiter program back up. And she is trying to find some valid proof to put the gears back in place, essentially, to kind of make that happen. But this device that she has in her hand is a anomaly detector. It kind of senses different anomalies in the 5th age. Not quite as big as if you were trying to fix something in the past, but it's a start. So her father's vehicle that she kind of borrowed for a minute, the advanced DeLorean that kind of nestles in one of the safe spaces. She got out, found the device, and is tracking this signal, which leads her to this monument of LL. LL is a Mother Ukodor deity, a goddess, if you will. However, when she arrives, can I have her make a perception check?
Ooh, yes! Oh my god, what dice do I use? Okay.
Grab a random one.
Do better than G-dubs.
I grab my critical die.
I mean, you can't go any lower than 1. So.
You said perception. I get 17 total.
Okay. 17. So you overhear like a discourse, a group of people kind of bickering back and forth, and you kind of hear the sound of spray paint, things of that nature. And as you look around this corner, there is this monument that was constructed shortly after, which in this case would be 22 AU, after Ukodor. When the refugees were brought here, they brought some of their deities, and LL was one of those that they created a monument for the refugees that kind of symbolizes their cohesiveness. But this monument is currently being graffitied by these local Chaldeans. And for those that speak Chaldean, which is kind of like a Sylvan offshoot, kind of like Sylvan slang, if you will, it kind of says like, go home, we don't want you here, but in Chaldean script, just out there for the world to see. You do also see this other young male, and before I introduce him, how does Flint look?
So Flint is a young tiefling woman. She has black hair, black horns, black eyes. Her skin's kind of like a pale gray. She's probably in like a pretty well-worn leather jacket, like a bomber jacket with patches all over it. And as soon as she stepped out of the car, she probably lit up a cigarette too. So as she's walking, there's kind of like a plume of smoke as she's just watching these, people deface the monument. And this is the kind of thing she's probably just like, carry on. She's not gonna step in and stop someone from expressing their art, even though it does seem pretty racist. I don't know, like telling people to go home, that's not good.
Oh. So as you're looking at this group, the two Chaldeans in front of this other male kind of stop, and you see like a little confrontation, if you will, because while you might not interject, this other individual seems to be wanting to. Are you going to try and get a little bit closer so you can hear, or are you just going to watch?
They're aware of me already?
No, you're still far enough back, and obviously their attention is brought on this new humanoid person.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep up as stealthily as possible to kind of like listen in on their combo.
Okay, can I have you roll a stealth check?
Yes, you may. 15.
Ooh, yeah, with their passive, you can sneak up without them kind of noticing. But they look at you and they go, not you, Flint, sorry. They look at you and they say, oi, hey, what are you doing here? Can't you see we're busy?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, we're talking to you.
What are you doing?
We're just doing a bit of redecorating. How do
Redecorating,
you like it?
is that what you call it?
Yes, that's exactly what I call it.
I call this defacing.
Defacing.
Possibly a crime, depending on who you ask.
Is
But lucky for you, I'm not going to contact authorities.
I take it you're one of them.
Them?
Yeah, you're not from around here. Not from around Chaldean parts. You look like you could be
Maybe.
one of them.
Maybe I wasn't born here, but I've been raised here.
Doesn't make you one of us.
Why not? I eat your food, sleep in
Yes.
your lands, respect your nature.
Respect our nature. You hear him? He thinks he actually belongs here. Well, you should just hit the road, kid.
No, I won't. Perhaps you should leave.
No, we still have like 3 more monuments to fix.
No, I think you're done for the day.
And what's talking to you, ironically enough, is kind of like a raccoon folk race of Chaldean, and he's just like spitballing, and then behind him he has this like almost owl bear, like just gruff muscle guy. Just he's not saying much, but they're just standing there, and this raccoon individual is just I can't believe this. Well, unless you want to help,
I'm
he,
not
like,
going to
offers
help you.
the spray can. Come on.
Oh
it's not
yeah,
that
no, of
hard.
course. Okay, yeah, no, sure.
Hands
I
it
reach out
over.
to take it.
Yep.
I spray him right in the face.
Oh! So this stream of like red just like hits this raccoon guy in the face, and he's just like, "Oh, why did you
Got
do
him.
that?
Why are you defacing property?
Why are you defacing my face?
You started it.
What do you mean I started? I handed you a can."
Okay, and I used it on what I think I should deface. Your face.
And the grub like owlbear guy's just like, we should go. We need to wash that off before it gets infected. What? No, don't stand there. Just punch the kid. No, I'm good.
Are you sure? I could use a good beating.
You're fine. He kind of like picks up the raccoon, and the two of them just like walk off. The whole time the raccoon's just putting up a fuss, and he's just like, God,
I just look at the paint can and just kind of toss it behind me.
Flint catches it.
You don't
Hey,
hear
kid.
it like do the rattle thing, so it kind of draws your attention of like, what happened to the sound?
Oh, that's weird.
Hey, kid. That was pretty cool what you did over there.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Who are you?
Name's Flint. I'll hand out a hand.
I just stare at it.
Yeah, okay. What are you doing around here?
Just protecting the monuments at the moment, I guess.
Noble. Very noble.
I wouldn't call it noble, just the right thing to do.
Is my little indicator, is it still going off?
It is actually, and oddly enough, Cinder, do you want to describe how you look?
Sure. So Cinder is he's about 6'3". He's half elven, but you can tell by the facial features he pulls a little bit more from the human side perhaps. And you look at him and he's kind of like, he looks lithe, but also you can tell like from his neck that he's probably pretty built. Like he's probably pretty strong, but I mean you couldn't venture to guess unless you tried to find out. But yeah, he's just some guy.
Just some guy. Flint, the signal's coming directly from this just some guy.
Interesting. And she starts kind of circling around him, looking up and down.
And it kind of like, it does a little beat pulse that like centers on Cinder as you're walking around. So either it's on him or upward or downward from him, but it seems like it's from him, from what you can gather.
Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm from Ukodor technically, but also here.
Huh. You want to take a ride with me?
Excuse me?
I got someone who'd probably love to meet you.
Can I roll an insight check on her?
Yeah, totally. She doesn't seem sus at all. Just this tiefling lady asking you want to get in her car?
Oh, that's cock.
That's not your normal Friday night? Come on.
No, it's not. 16.
Yeah, I mean, you don't normally have tiefling women come up to you and tell you to ride with it. She seems sincere. We'll just put it that way.
Okay, I guess.
That's what I like to hear. I think, can she... So, and I guess this is like outside of this a little bit, but like the question, so is she looking for these things, I assume, to take back and kind of like run tests on, or to use as kind of an indication that like there's anomalies that need...
Okay, roll a
Right, like-
history check.
Okay. That is... I have a -1. Okay, that's a 17.
Nice. So you would know that since the Arbiter program kind of shut down, the Guardian hasn't been in the best of moods. You've helped him out of his ruck, like he's now at least getting dressed and showering every day. And he's put the drink back a little bit, not as heavy in the sauce. So that first year was a little bit rough to get through, but you kind of coaxed him to like, do better, because, why would you go from what you were to like this now? Like, it's a bit sad. So
Yeah.
you're doing the leg work essentially. You're trying to show that there's a reason the Arbiter program still needs to be put in place. He's not very enthused about, starting up or like hiring any more Arbiters because, of what happened to the last ones. So you think if you find enough evidence that something could be a bit off, that things might change. And part of that has been, in this case, finding Cinder, because as stated before, magic isn't really a thing in the 5th age, and this boy's definitely giving off beads of magic. Even though he might not know it, there's something inside him.
Great. Okay, so like, yeah. I think she's stoked about the idea of giving a little bit of hope, but like, part of it comes from a self-serving place that's like, ugh, at least I don't have to keep microwaving like Easy Mac for this like adult man, like she's just like ready to get past this. So yeah, she'll lead Cinder towards her car.
Okay, so you arrive at this souped out DeLorean, and of course, as she unlocks it, the doors like rotate upward and kind of hiss a little tss as it it's not on the ground, it's just floating there, waiting for the two of you to get in.
Great. You may want to buckle your seatbelt, kid.
I do.
And she takes off at a breakneck pace, probably like zooming in and out, pretty reckless driver, but good. Just like needlessly aggressive.
Nice. So as she's like burning out of this parking lot and just flying off into the air, can I have you roll a performance check, Flint?
Yeah, for how cool this is gonna be, right?
Oh yeah.
I really don't like this.
16.
Okay. So you Cinder are getting a very close-up image of different cars and things that are in the way, and the way traffic tends to go is people kind of mediate at the same pace, and there's other lanes that you can like veer off into to get around the slow flying folk as they do. But she gets like right up close to this one car, and you're just like, we're gonna crash. This is how I'm gonna die. I got in the
This is
car
it.
with the tiefling,
Finally.
and I'm gonna die, and no one's gonna know. Like, I don't know what's happening. And she like drops the clutch, and like it dips down underneath the car, and like swoops and comes back up in front of it, and then burns out and keeps going. And you're just like,
She's like one hand on the wheel, smoking at the same time.
Could you please be a little safer? This is not ideal.
You're perfectly fine.
So it doesn't take long because, you know, she's speeding. You get to the Sundive transit station at an alarming breakneck pace. She parks the car in the Lotus District, you know, locks it as it should be probably locked, and makes her way towards the Sundive transit station, which is kind of condemned. There's not a lot of activity.
So you take me to an abandoned place, and you're not going to kill me.
I never said that, did I? And she's gonna walk into, but she's like gonna give a little wink with it, and just kind of back into the door to go inside, and hold it open for him and usher.
Okay. So you get to the area, and it kind of like opens up to show you those 3 different buildings, and you see that there's like planks of wood and metal kind of like covering the openings for these doors, and there's a couple of guards, like Cerosian New Republic guards, that just give a lot of gruff for the lingerers, the warmongers that are hanging out in the area that shouldn't be, because there's no commerce here, there's no buildings or anything. So people that usually hang out with these things are usually squatters or like up to no good. So they're just doing their patrols, and you've gotten fairly good. Well, Flint's gotten fairly good at dodging these patrols, but I need both of you to roll a stealth check.
Yes.
Oh. 21.
Disadvantage. My bad.
Are you?
Armor!
That's an 8.
Nice! So Flint's just like, you know, sneaking through, and you look back, and it's like deer in headlights for Cinder, and you just see him, and he's like locked eyes with the back of this guard's head, and you're like, if I don't move, he won't see me, right? Like, that's how that works. But he just seems to be like stuck in the moment, and he needs a little push.
Yeah, can I just like grab him by the back of the neck and like pull him like to duck behind something with me?
Yeah, so you reach out, you grab a... and y'all are like hidden behind these crates. From where you're at, Flint, the closest area, since they're all closed, it doesn't really matter. You have to break into one of them, right? So the closest area is the Sunset Lounge. And you know there's a vent that has a couple of missing screws conveniently that will allow you to get to the under area of this building. It's about 20 feet away.
Okay. All right. You're a jangly boy, and I need you to not be. Just
Try my best.
Second. Just a second. Just hands and knees, crawl. Just follow me, okay? And just follow me. And she's gonna start crawling towards it, trying to like keep low, out of sight of, or out of eye line.
Okay. Are you going to follow?
Yeah.
So, luckily enough, the guards don't get paid enough to do thorough searches. So they're just doing like the normal, easily determined where they're going to go to next walkarounds. So you're able to get to this vent without much trouble. However, there is one kind of like doodangle screw holding this vent in place.
Can I just grab it and rip it off?
I mean, you can.
Okay,
You
I'll
can
do
try.
that. I'll try.
Okay, athletics check.
Okay.
I'm a strong man.
17.
Oh yeah, you done. So you take it off and you set it to the side. It opens up this kind of like vent opening that sets in to where you can begin to crawl through a series of conveniently spaced tunnels as you make your way further into where the Arbiter program at Sanctuary should be.
This whole time I'm just saying like little prayers to myself of like, please Alel, don't let me die. I don't. This is a strange tiefling lady. I don't.
So Flint, you're just guiding him through, and you get to this one part, and you feel the kind of weight underneath the two of you. Kind of, it might not hold. I need both of y'all to make a deck save.
Oh, deck save, huh? Okay. 21.
Okay.
17.
Oh, nice. So it comes out from underneath the both of you, and you kind of like slide down cartoonishly down like a little makeshift slide path, and then you hit, and it's just like, okay, we're not gonna do that anymore. But you're in Sanctuary. You're in the area that you need to be. All the lights are turned off. There's a couple of like glow lights here and there that just make sure you don't trip over the wires and stuff. But for the most part, you're at where you need to be.
Flint will kind of pop up and dust herself off and like put her hands up. Welcome to Sanctuary. Kind of like, but it's dark and it's like, but why?
Pleasure to be here.
You have no idea. Hey, I'm gonna introduce you to someone. Be cool. You're like a cool guy, just be cool.
Certainly. I am very cool. Yes. I will.
Oh god. Okay. Guardian? Would he be here? Is that?
Yeah, he should be here. I mean, he should be here. I mean, he might not hear you, but he should be here.
I kind of start wandering around, and I think she's kind of like showing him around me, like, and this is where, like this, but it's like everything's so out of use that it's kind of just like, sure, lady, I guess, but like, oh, and over here, it's state of the art, just state of the art. You wouldn't believe it.
So for a while, Zendaya, you're just like, yeah, I don't believe you because of how shut down everything is, because it's not being used. However, you round this one corner and you see this like gleam of light kind of pooling off this machine-looking object, and Flint would know what this is. But as you round about that corner and you look at it, there's this capsule that has this young woman kind of suspended in it, and her light purple lavender hair is kind of floating in this bay of pool, and she seems to be in a sleeping state. But that's like the only thing powered in this whole building, sort of.
Can I walk up to it?
Do you want to walk? Yeah, you can walk up to a machine thingy. On the front of it, it shows like a cryostasis, and it's counting up time, and it's roughly around, little shy of, but roughly around 2 years time frame that it's just notching every second.
So, who's that?
Oh, yeah, no, that's Zaysa. We worked together before. She's taking a little nap, you know.
But the counter.
Oh, okay, long nap.
Okay. Why?
That's complicated and kind of why you're here. Um, there's so much to explain. I don't know if I'm the person to do it.
You hear like rumbling in the background, sort of off to the behind you, in the Guardian's kind of quarters.
Oh, that'll be him. Guardian?
A bit more shuffling, and suddenly this door like hisses open, and you see this man just kind of like shuffling his way through. He has like his morning cup of joe in his hand, even though it's like nighttime, which doesn't make any sense. You're like, what were you doing, Guardian? So he's looking at you and like looking over the side railing. Flint, what god awful time is it? Who's that?
It's okay, it's definitely nighttime. Did you eat the mac and cheese that we won't even, I'll get to that later. This is a new friend of mine who is just off the charts. Wink wink. Do you see what I'm doing here?
I barely know this woman.
Oh dear. He sets his coffee down on the table and kind of like ushers his way down to the two of you. I'm sorry, my daughter can be a bit off the cuff. What do you mean he was off the charts, Flint?
I just look at this, and she'll turn on the device and point it at Cinder.
And sure enough, it's kind of off the charts. It's this green beam of light that's just like beep, 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 just targeted at boys and just right. Well,
So, what is that? What are you holding?
What? The device. Oh, this is an anomaly detector. It detects anomalies. It would appear that you might be an anomaly.
Congratulations!
Oh, I don't think that's right. I just met her. I am not. This is. Maybe I should go.
It's fine. Come sit. I'll warm up. You said it's in a microwave?
I put it there for you just I do.
Are you
every
hungry? You too?
I mean, I could go for some mac and cheese.
Okay. Well, meet me in the dining hall, and I will be there shortly. I will put on pants for this. He's in like a bathrobe, just barely dressed in his like comfy slippers.
Flint is so stoked. Did you hear that? He's putting on pants for this. This is big. I knew this was gonna be.
I still don't know what's happening. But okay, mac and cheese awaits.
So the two of you like make your way into the dining hall. Very long stretch, similar to the war room. All the types of fixings that you can think of. Currently, this small section of utensils and appliances are being used. You can kind of see that a lot of the room is dark, even as you walk in and the automated lights come on. Like some of those bulbs haven't been changed in a minute, so it's pretty rough.
Cool digs. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Would I even know what this place is? Would I have any knowledge of this place?
Not for normal civilians. Like no one knows what the Arbor program is. Essentially.
Good.
So not long after the Guardian comes in, he has his cup of joe, pants on, and he brings in this like container of mac and cheese, essentially, or the equivalents of for Chaldean. and sets it on the table in front of all of you with some plates that kind of like materialize from the table itself. Do dig in. You said you were confused, had questions. I can explain anything that you would like.
Well, I have a lot of questions. Mainly, first of all, good job putting on pants. I like the fit. Looks great. Anyways, yeah. What is this? Who's the lady in the back to tank? I don't. What's going on? I was just told to hop in a car, and then I almost died.
So, the lady in the back is Zesa. She used to be what's called an arbiter. As much as my daughter would like to become the next arbiter, she isn't yet. And I refuse to start the program again, Flint. We've had this discussion multiple times.
We could have it again. We've never had it with this guy right here.
There is no reason to start it back up. There isn't any ripples to go back in the past for.
Then explain this.
He's an anomaly. That does not count.
I am an anomaly for some reason, and I don't know why. Perhaps you could tell me what it is an arbiter does?
We fix the timeline in hopes that
Ju-
they can get better.
Just casually?
I mean, it's a bit more difficult than that, but you do go into the past with set missions. There are... Let's see. And he, like, gets up and goes over to the middle of the table where there's this display tablet, and he presses a button, and it kind of shows different planets and other solar systems and things of that nature. And he goes to Ukodor and kind of takes it and then rewinds time a bit, going back to Third Age, Second Age, and kind of like stops it. Do you see these little pings that are on here? These are all tiny ripples. If an arbiter goes back and fixes a ripple, it will in turn provide hopefully beneficial things for the future as time is rewritten.
Okay.
Yes, it's a lot.
And just trying to wrap my head around it. Where do I come into this?
Well, the device that Flint has in her hand is quite special. It usually is used in the past in a sort of way. However, the fact that you're giving off magical energy makes me... Where are you from, by the way? I did not... Sorry. Apologies. I am the Guardian. Who might you be?
I'm Cinder. Cinder Flos. Sorry, Guardian. Can I call you Guardian or should I call you V? I don't...
You can call me Guardian, that's fine.
Okay. So this device, I was born on Ukodor, kind of at the end. I don't really remember much of it, but my parents brought me here. And so I've been raised here. But
So you're, what, 22, 23?
23, yes. And rewind a bit, I have magical energy?
Yes, there's a thing on Ukodor called Rosari crystals. They gave the planet its magical essence in a way. People who are born from there can still have minor traces. However, the amount that's in you is quite alarming. Yes, you're definitely an anomaly, I must say.
But I can't do magic. I've never used magic. That's not...
think of it as a innate thing. Because there's nothing to draw from here, you can't really access it. It's kind of blocked, if you will. However, if you went back in the past, all bets are off.
Okay, so do you have anything I could use to see if I truly do have magical capabilities?
It's been a long day. Are you sure you want to go down this rabbit hole, essentially?
I'm trying to figure myself out, and I've learned new information, so now I want to know more, because I don't know if I'm who you're looking for, but you seem fairly certain that I am.
And with your passives, as you're talking to the Guardian, Flint, you and Cinder see that orbital image of Ukodor kind of light up from blue to like a red, just like a bright red, and there's a single ping. It's caught your eye.
Oh, hey.
That's not good, right? Red
Oh.
means bad.
No, that is not good. That's a class 1 ripple.
Oof. God, if only someone could go back in time and
Flint,
try
it
to.
is far too dangerous to go back. We lost an entire team. And had Zesa not arrived, we would have lost all of them.
Okay, so also, why is Zesa, was it?
Yes.
Why has she been asleep this whole time?
To prevent her from aging, she arrived back from the Second Age 2 years ago, in a bit of a worse for wear state. I knew that the healing process would take a bit, so she has been in a cryogenic pod for quite some time. She's healed, but I don't want to prematurely wake her without ensuring that everything is good.
Well, I'm looking around and everything seems to be not good in this general vicinity.
This all used to be very fully operational. However, it is just the two of us.
Okay, and now me? Right?
There is no Arbiter program. That's not a thing.
But if you tell me I have magical energy and I could have
Then you
powers,
just have magical energy.
but I could do something with it.
We could, I don't know.
I'm looking at this planet, and there's something there that needs to be fixed. And if we fix it, things can be better, correct?
Essentially, yes.
He's a quick learner. I'll give him that.
Then
You are just trying to find anyone that will agree with you. It does not improve your odds of me starting the Arbiter program back up, my dear.
I'm just saying, if we can improve lives today by going into the past and improving lives there, why aren't we doing that?
Because people died.
But death is a natural part of life.
Yes.
Trees die, flowers die. But it's all about planting new
It's
crop when a season
different
begins.
when we're talking about people from the future dying in the past. That's not exactly a non-ripple starter. If anything, it creates more.
So we go back and get bodies.
There
Or
were
we leave
no
nobody
bodies.
behind. Well, if there were no bodies, then we're fine. Right?
Fine. We're down.
Down bad, it seems.
Yes.
Okay. So what do I need to do?
You need to finish your mac and cheese. It is getting cold.
You're right. And I start eating.
Flint, I'm going to check on Zesa's status. Do not get into any trouble, please.
You know that would be an empty promise if I made it. I'll do my best.
He kind of like shuffles his way to the exit and like exits out of the dining room, and the door closes, leaving you two in there.
Flint goes to look at whatever went red on that little map and wants to try to get information from it.
Okay. Do a Arcana check.
I'm just eating my mac and cheese quietly and watching.
14.
Okay. The computer speaks to the room. Anomaly detected.
That's me.
Could be. It could be this. I don't know.
That's fair.
Hey, do you like the mac and cheese? I made it myself.
Then I love it.
I've been. Were you gonna say something contrary to that before?
No, not at all. It's great. I love it, and I just like am forcing more into my mouth. Great. Love it.
I knew I liked you. All right, back to the computer.
There are a couple of different diodes on the hologram that, as you click them, give you more information. And basically, it dishes out that this particular anomaly is one of small traces to one scene 2 years ago that hasn't been detected since. However, from what the context of the information is, this new one is different somehow.
Something is happening.
And it's bad, right? Because it went red, so it's bad.
I mean, red is typically bad. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone knows that.
that's just common knowledge.
Absolutely. Listen, my old man, he's not well right now. But you know, the pants thing, major victory.
But he got dressed. That's so amazing.
That is big. It was big.
That's
It's
like
big.
when I get up in the morning and I decide, okay, it's finally time to get out of bed after like just for like 10 minutes. Like getting dressed is such a big step for anybody. I think we take it for granted. Anyways, continue. I just thinking about clothes now.
You're an interesting guy, Sindar. Anyway, he's super against this whole idea of us going back, whatever. I think, you know, he doesn't want a repeat of the past. Ironically, because it's time travel, right? Anyway.
Of course. That was funny. Ha 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 ha.
You're doing great, Sindar.
I tried.
But I really think that there's still good to be done. The same thing, I mean, it was bad. What happened, the event, it was bad. I'll admit that. And it would be terrible for something like that to happen again. But there's obviously still a need for this. You know? And who knows what you could do if you were back there, you know?
Who knows what kind of magical powers I could have? I'm still kind of trying to grip that. Magical powers, that's like something my parents would do. Used to, at least. Not anymore. Magical powers.
No, what happened? What happened to your folks?
Nothing. They're great.
Oh. Good for you.
Thank you. I mean, your dad is. I mean, look at him. He's a unit. He's a guardian.
He is. He's been very kind to me. He is my adopted dad. He took me in when I really needed it, and I am very thankful to him. But I think he's wrong about closing this whole thing down. This really used to be something. I know what it looks like now, I know. But God, it used to be something. And it felt so important to be a part of or just to see happen. I think we could do real important work again.
I don't think it's a matter of him being wrong. I think he's just scared. I think he's afraid of failing because I think whatever this event was, I think when it happened, he viewed himself as a failure. And I think he hasn't let himself let go of that, which I can certainly understand. But I think it's more important now to put people around him that will build him up and give him the courage and strength to carry on. Right?
Right. You know, you are a very insightful dude, my dude.
I think a lot. It's kind of my thing. I'm not very smart though.
No, I like that. We need a thinker around here. I mean, you know, I do my own bit of scheming, don't get me wrong, but I think you could be good for this. I think we should fix whatever this is. And
Let's
she
go
pulls-
right now. Just why not? Or
More anomalies detected.
Oh,
that's not good.
no.
And you just see like not one, not two, just a lot of different smaller beads starting to show up in that nestled area.
In the same area?
Mm-hmm.
This is real bad.
So it's getting worse and your dad's not here.
He was going to check on Zaysa. Hey, hey DM, would Flint know? I mean, it's kind of a big to-do to go back. You know, like we'd have to get the serum made and everything, and that's not something that like she would have access to just do, right?
So essentially, since the Guardian took you in, you've been kind of like the cheer squad of the Arbiter program. Like you haven't been on any missions with any of them, but like it's always been this cool thing that your father has worked with that when it ended, it kind of was just like a drag because you have all these cool people like Zaysa that do awesome stuff back in the past, and when they come back, they're like essentially to you they're like heroes, but no one knows about it. So you would know fairly well, especially from the Guardian, just how everything works, like all the different things that everyone has to do. Like you have like your little checkboard or your check list of things. You're just like, yeah, check, and you're just like, oh, they're all good to go, Dad, and like, and you just go off on this big tangent thing. But like, essentially, you know what all of y'all need to do to go back. You just haven't gone back, even though you really want to go back.
You really want to go back. Oh.
So maybe we should wake up Zaysa because she seems to be the experienced one. So maybe we should.
I
Kinda-
think we're thinking the same thought.
But do we need to distract your father? I don't know. I'm not good at distracting, but I also don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah, that's definitely. We need someone with experience in time jumps for sure. I don't. Let me just. I gotta check in on how I feel about lying to him.
yep. Nope. Take your time. Take your time, and I'll just eat some more mac and cheese.
It's not great, but I could definitely deal. Yeah. So I think let's go see what he's doing. See how that med checkup is going, and then maybe we're gonna take a little. Oh my God, is this really gonna happen? Are we really doing this?
I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just bored.
I just met you, and we're going to the past, my friend.
What a day.
What a day!
So as you two are coming up with your, I don't want to say scheme, but plan, we go back to the past with Brolin and Nisea. Who's currently winning the Drink Fest?
It's probably a good question.
Have you both roll a d6?
D6. It's a 4.
I also got a 4.
Y'all
Oh,
are
look at
tied.
this. Yeah.
I'm I'm like, you're going down.
How many times do I gotta do this to you, laddie?
I'm pretty sure that I won the last one.
It's easy for you to forget because you keep getting way more drunk than me.
I think that's impossible, Brolin.
Well, let's see. Keep them coming.
Okay, we'll
All
just
right.
keep going.
For the birthday girl.
It's my birthday.
What's y'all's passive perception by chance?
14.
14 as well.
Okay.
Brother.
You both notice that it gets a little chillier in the tavern, and your eyes kind of like draw over to the fire, and the heart of it is kind of out. You see the embers kind of like sizzle with smoke.
Well, that won't do.
The barmaid like comes over. I don't know what happened. I just put new fresh logs on there.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'll take a good look at it. Try to see really what's happening here.
Okay.
Just throw another log on, Brolin.
Roll an active perception check. Or investigation, whichever's
Investigation. That's bad roll, but investigation's good. It's a 10 total.
Okay. As you get closer, the ambers have all died out kind of in their space. There's still fresh wood on it to where it shouldn't have, but the ambers themselves have this kind of golden but also a hint of blue in the coals. That's a little bit odd because you expect them to have been burning brightly.
That's peculiar.
And there is a unsettling chill that's kind of lingering into the Wet Grog's Tavern.
This is not natural.
What is it? She's just like calling from across the bar. She can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to get up. She's just like, it got cold in here though, didn't it?
Are all the windows and doors closed? Yeah, are all the windows and doors
they're all
closed?
closed. It would be crazy to have one of those open. But yeah, all the windows are closed. People have kind of like stopped their merry, joyous, banter, and they're just like, put some logs on it, get it started. Like, it's just...
Yeah, Brolin, what the hell?
I'm gonna turn to the maid and say, yeah, get some more logs over here. But I'm gonna then also turn back to Nessia and kind of just give her a look that's like, something's not right here. And I'm gonna walk over to my armor, the pile of armor on the ground. And so far, I'm just gonna kind of stand there and see if the maid putting more logs on does anything. But I'm now standing next to my armor.
Okay. Doesn't seem to affect it.
Shit, you think something's amiss?
Something is wrong. Maybe it's time for us to take our leave from here. I know it's fun, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be fun anymore.
Well, why did this have to happen on my birthday?
We can have, hey, how about this? We'll go find a new bar. Hopefully one with better heating.
But this is the best one.
You would know the pricing.
They don't call it the Wet Snog for no reason.
The pricing's a little bit more expensive, regular priced drinks that taste better. But the Scarlet Horn is also in Dorne.
Well, right now it's the frozen snog. That's for damn sure.
What was wrong with the fire?
I don't know.
So we're just gonna leave.
Well, you wanna look around some more and try to figure this out?
I don't know. I can't quite control the weather, can I?
What?
If it's cold, it's cold. And if the fire goes out, the fire goes out. You put more logs on. What's the big deal?
Look at them. I'll stay here all night and drink you under the table, but it's just
you
gonna
keep
be
saying
us
that,
here
but
in a
I've
minute.
yet to see it, Brolin.
But if there's no one here to watch it, then did it really happen?
Well, I'm here. I remember every time we've drank together. I know that you don't believe me, but I definitely have.
Sure.
You remember that one time you tried to flirt with that dwarf?
Hey, come on.
You remember
said
that
was-
time?
Yeah. But that's off
You were
limits for
pretty
now.
naked
Come
then.
on.
You were pretty naked then.
I'm not cold, if that's what you're saying. We can keep. I've got the good liquor alcohol blanket going on. I'm good, but
I mean, if you want to leave, if you're scared of a little dim light and a little chill in the air, then we can leave. But
grab your mug.
oh, it's on.
We're doing another round of drinking.
Okay. As you two are persistent about staying there, the Guardian stands in front of Zesa's capsule. She's kind of suspended there, as she has been for this 2 years. And he looks at your vitals. Everything checks good, my dear. Very well. We'll see what you want to do. And he kind of inputs a series of codes known only to him. And the pool, I imagine it's not like a frozen cryogenesis where you can't move, but the pool of liquid kind of prevents all of the cells in your body from aging, as long as you're in it. But it recedes, and you stand there for a minute, and finally it like clicks, and your eyes open, and the capsule like hisses open.
Am I wet?
You have a wetsuit on,
Okay.
but the liquid itself isn't really like a wet consistency liquid. It's just
Okay.
kind of.
I just didn't know if I was like
evaporating.
dripping or. I know what I'm saying, guys.
Zesa, can you hear me?
Hello? What is this?
This is Sanctuary. Welcome back.
Where is Galileo?
Perhaps you would.
No, where is he? Everybody died.
Yes.
It was just us.
They didn't make it back, Zesa. You were the only
I
one.
know they didn't make it back, but where is Galileo? He was with me.
Galileo didn't return. You arrived maybe a day or two after you all went back. I assumed that something happened.
Yes, something happened. We found the artifact, and the angel, she detected Rosari and a number of other things, and I touched it, and it was drawing everybody to us, and I dropped it. Galileo was putting it in his capsule, and it disappeared, and then all of a sudden a light came, zapped everyone away, and it was just me and Galileo standing there. And then everything went dark.
I don't know what happened with that. I just know that you arrived here.
Where is everybody? Why is this place dark? Turn the lights on. People need to train.
It's all shut down, Zesa.
What the fuck are you talking about that's all shut down?
There's
You
no
need-
more arbiters. They quit
Why?
because you all died, save for you.
Galileo is not dead.
There's
He did
no
not die.
signal of him back there.
Well, he is somewhere.
When you arrived, Zesa, I did my normal tests, and the blood antibodies. It had Gear's antibodies in it.
What? I mean, we found some of Gear's equipment that had some blood.
Yes, but the only way for that would happen, for it to be as concentrated as it was if he used his liquid rosarium capsule on you.
But the light zapped everyone away, then everything went dark. Okay. So you're telling me that Gear sent me back.
Ideally, yes, that's what I'm led to believe.
And then you decided to shut everyone down and send them home.
I didn't shut them
Even
down.
though one of ours is back there and we could at least figure out what is happening. But you just decided, nope, everyone wants to leave. I guess it's all done.
After they found out that Siegfried and Farabin and Galileo and Gear and Fletch
Gear
didn't
is not
return,
dead.
There's no sign of
Galileo
him.
is not dead.
There's also no sign
Which
of him.
means you told me Gear's not dead.
Well,
Perfect,
I
let's go find him. That's
imagine
what we
Gear's
wanted
not
to do
dead.
before. Galileo is not dead either.
There was no one that wanted to go back to that
You
area.
look like shit.
Yes, I agree.
Get him.
I have been neglecting myself.
Obviously. This whole place looks like shit.
Tends to happen when there's no one here. I mean, Flint's here. She brought along a friend. But yes, that's beside the point.
Well, I am going to go and find Gear. And I'm going to figure out where Galileo is, because he is not dead. And if he needs help, then we need to help him, and we're not going to leave them.
Well,
I don't care if everyone else left. We're not going to leave our people. Unless if they've decided. If we find Geared, he's holed up somewhere, living his happy life. Good for him. Wish you would have sent a letter. Send him on his way. Same thing with Galileo. But we're not just going to leave them not knowing. We found his blood. Yeah, don't have any words for that, do you? Because you know I'm right. We need to go find them.
I do agree that we do need to go find at least some closure. However, I cannot stop you from going back into the past if that is what you wish. I just much rather you not do it alone.
Well, I've never worked with Flint, and I don't know who her friend is, but if that's all we have left, then that's all we've got.
Make
So
a
let's go.
perception check.
Me?
Zisa. Yes, sorry.
You just see us lurking like from a doorway,
Scooby-Doo style head on top.
right?
22.
You see both Flint and Cinder, who you haven't seen before. Flint looks a little bit older, roughly 2 years older, than what you
Yeah, so
last.
I would have known of Flint, but
Yes.
I've never had a whole lot of interactions, right?
Yeah, I imagine she might be. I'm not going to speak for her, but maybe slightly a fangirl of Zaysa, because.
Although I haven't done a whole lot, anyways.
But you're
so-
the new thing. You're the awesome ninja person.
You're a literal sleeper agent.
Oh gosh.
But before we continue with the storyline and Zaysa gets to meet the others, we are going to take a quick short break, and we will be back here shortly to give away some dice and then continue with the story from there. But see you all shortly, and we'll be back in about 10 or so minutes. Eee! Oh, that's
One
me.
day.
That's
That's me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that.
yay.
What was it? I'm in the
move
same
them-
spot.
You can move them around.
Oh shit, you can.
We're back.
We're back.
Go.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Chillin' Chuck 42 has won the giveaway. Chillin' Chuck, congrats. You just won yourself some dice. Just go ahead and log into Discord, contact Chris Solo, get him your information, and we can get that shipped out to you. We were just picking up with Zaysa rolling well to perceive that Flint and Cinder are both kind of peeping in.
Lurking. We're lurkers.
Oh, did you want to contribute? Hello?
I hide.
I can see you.
Roll a stealth check.
Dasa, it's been a minute.
5.
What was your name again?
Oh gosh, you
Oh.
still see Cinder's like
Ouch.
poke
Uh,
that body.
That's right. I'm kidding. Can I still see the
Yeah,
nature
you can
boy?
tell he rolled a 5. You can.
I'm just like
so
hiding.
He doesn't
I'm
think
like
you can see
kind of
him.
like closed up behind Flint.
Oh my
just-
god.
I think Flint kind
Um,
of smacks him. Is like, come on.
I would
I
like
don't like this.
to do something,
Okay.
DM. I would like to do my psionic thing where I can psionic whispers where I can establish a telepathic communication.
Okay.
Would I be able to do that?
Yes, I think that's a racial thing.
It's a racial thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. Oh, I mean it's a class thing. It's not a racial thing.
Oh, ooh,
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think she would be able to, between going to and from the future and the past, there's like a residual amount of Rosari energy that she can kind of draw from. It's much more limited than, being back in those eras where Rosari crystals are prominent, but she could definitely like try and tap into that source for however long, definitely for the next 6
Okay.
hours or so.
I want to establish a telepathic communication with Cinder.
Okay.
I've done this so many times. This poor man. And I just want to say, I see you.
In your mind, you hear this.
In his mind.
Oh no.
Zaysa, your things are in the loadout room. If you would like to gather them,
I would like to gather them before we go back to get gear and figure out why Galileo was not here.
Yes.
Right, Flint? And the one that thinks I can't see him?
That's a we? I heard a we. Is it a we?
I heard. Are
There's
we going
nobody
to
else
the
here
past?
to go.
Are we going to
This
the
is
past?
strictly a search and
Flint.
rescue.
Flint,
You
we're going
don't
to
really
the
have
past.
much of a voice here, Guardian. I'm sorry, but you don't really have a thing to guard over at the moment. Cause
Yeah,
you put
you
up
get
that.
him. You get him.
You gave it up.
Dare, you've
didn't you?
just gotten here.
I know, but I'm picking sides and it's fun.
Fine,
I-
everyone, get ready. I am going to finish my coffee.
What do I need to do to? Okay, somebody, quick! Look at me! Look at me! Get me ready. I don't know what to do to get ready.
You're basically
What do you do? What are your skills?
I don't know.
Blades, bows, guns,
Not guns.
hand to hand.
Just
You can't use guns in the past, so don't say guns.
okay. No guns. Well, if I had to choose, if we would go, a spear,
Do you have one?
maybe.
Is that the yes or is that the no? I don't know.
I don't
what
know. Do I
maybe
need
means.
one? I mean-
Yes, you need one.
okay. Well, then I'll take one.
There are creatures everywhere that will want to kill you.
Well, I don't know that. I've never been to the past. I was
The last
born on
time I was
Ukodor.
there, there were literal plants with bodies.
That's terrifying. That's
corpse
disgusting.
plants. Yes, they were
But also-
walking.
I'm kind of interested.
They had tendrils, and it was terrible.
Okay, so I need a spear.
You
And I
you
need-
weapons. You need skills.
I need a shield.
So we know that you're not the sneaking one.
What are you talking about? I sneak so good.
No.
no, he doesn't.
I am so good.
First of all, I see the armor that you are wearing, and I just, off the top of my head, I think, I don't know.
Fair point. You're right. Okay, so I'm
So
ready
you
then.
are melee combat.
Yes and no. Apparently, I can do magic, but I don't know. I've never done magic before.
Well, you will know when you get there.
Okay. All right. Sure.
That's
Sure.
all I can. That's all I have for you. I don't. There's nothing else I can do for you at this
Sure.
moment to see if you can do magic.
So I'm ready then. Can we go?
Well, I'm gonna
So-
gather my things, but Flint, what are your skills?
Oh, I mean, a great many things. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I'll give me a minute. And she's gonna go over to the guardian. And kind of like, I assume he's gone kind of into another room, or kind of like pull him to the side.
Yeah.
Hey, this is happening. Like, this is really. Are you okay with this?
I mean, for all intents and purposes, we do need to find out if there are other guardians in the past. I just would really like it if you would be safe out there. Stick with Zesa. She can keep you safe, or at least keep you out of the things that will try and kill you. There most likely will be things that will try and eat the entire party. But
Fun.
this isn't convincing you to stay. I guess I should probably give you this. And he goes over and rummages through a couple of cabinets. I swear it was over here somewhere. Here it is. And he walks back. This one's for you. Give this one to the boy, Cinder. They are types of charge decks. Once you go back in time, you'll find that there is a Rosari pool that pulls you to the location, and it will charge these decks. They will be imbued with magical energies that you can use. Hopefully it can help.
Oh.
And until he learns how to do things, he can rely on the deck a little as well.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, I guess this is all happening. I can't. Woof. I've thought about this day for a long time, and it is here. Hey, you're gonna be okay while we're gone, though, right? I left like a bunch of the Easy Mac. It's in the cupboard, the one right to the left of where I keep all those like gummy things you like. You like those like peach rings, I know. But I hope you'll be okay.
I will be fine, Flint. But just come home safe. All of you, come home safe.
Yes, sir. Is this a situation? Do we do this? Is this like a salute
I
thing?
don't think that's a thing.
No? Okay, great. I just wondering. This is my first time. Okay, I'm gonna go get some weapons. Oh my god. And she like goes away, and then she comes back, and she'll give like an awkward kind of like hug like around his arms and everything, so that like he can't like. And then
he'll
she'll
like
be like,
attempt to hug back, just like the flailing arm movement. Yes. It's fine, Flint. You will do marvelously, I am sure.
I'll see you in a minute. I'm still learning how it works. I'll see you though. Okay, bye.
So Flint, you make your way over to the ready room, which has all the different loadouts. Zesa's kind of helping Sin figure out how to use the transmutation machine. That's like really like a lot for a new person. But for the most part, you're able, Cinder, to get your shield and spear like
and
you
like
would like.
just put it down, and it's going to go through and change it.
But I
It's going to be the same, but it's going to look a little different.
okay, but
Put it down and let it do its thing.
I don't want to lose it.
It's going to come out. It's going to go in and come out. That's it.
And it's going to be the same, but different.
It's going to look different, but it's going to be the same. It's just a spear, right?
Yes. Can I set what it looks like?
No, it's going to look appropriate to the time.
Okay, cool. And I put it
It's
down.
going to look a little bit more primitive.
Of course.
And as you set it down, it runs through the conveyor belt and arrives at the other end. And they're ready.
I'm ready to go on an adventure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Flint trades out her like leather bomber jacket that looks very like modern and futuristic, and like grabs a dust steel like duster from the thing and kind of like, all right, this will work. Does she have a weapon, or is there like an armory?
So there's an armory. Essentially, you would be able to get any weapons that you would need to, transmute to that time period. But for sake of brevity, you're able to get a type of crossbow and like a dagger or something. You're just like, yeah, this will work. That's fine.
Cool.
And then you slam
Alright.
through and they go through. Right. Is everyone ready? So
Sure.
these, and he like picks up one of the liquid rosarium capsules and he starts handing them out. These are your lifeline. Zasa's already familiar with these, but if any of you go down in combat, you need only consume this or apply it to a wound. Not now, Cinder. It's your way to get back here when you're in the past. And I will give you some extra Zasa because I think you can hold on to them safely and not consume them out of habit. Just in case you do come across any other arbiters back there that would like to retrieve back here. So he gives you like 3 more vials just for
Okay.
safe. So you all have your items and you're ready. We were unable to retrieve Angel. It's a device, armillary, if you will. But I will try and send you back to that point just in case there's anything that can be found when you arrive that may be of use. Be aware that you might see things that you don't like, or there might not be anything at all there. I'm not sure.
The
Just-
dead bodies, I think that they disappeared.
Yeah, I would imagine. It's been... From what this blip is showing, and he kind of like points over to, it's about 40 years later.
40 years it's been?
The point that you're going back to now, yes.
Is Gear even alive anymore? He could have died of natural causes. I don't know how old he was.
I mean,
Couldn't have been that old.
he should be fine, I would imagine. It's fine. Just arrive, see if you can find any clues, and hopefully
No,
you
we're
all
going to
can-
find him.
Yes. Just make it back safely. Just that's the only thing I push out there. All of
Do you really care, though?
Yes, you're taking my daughter, and this.
It's been 2 years, and you've done nothing.
I had no one to do anything with.
You've had yourself?
I cannot go back into the past.
Why?
It's just not the thing that is available to me.
It's not available to you. Well, you could have found other people.
Whack.
Could
You know
have.
what? I've been saying the same thing for years.
However, Elm and the others kind of tainted the water a bit when they left. Anybody that would be suitable for the program already got wind of it and doesn't really give me time of day. But I will.
It sounds to me like you
Inform
didn't
them.
do a whole lot to cleanse the waters after they were tainted.
I will
But go ahead and show us the pad, and we'll get going. We'll take care of this. Don't you worry.
Then he like leads you into the area, the warp room, and activates the console, and the door kind of opens up, and that blue radiance like hits the group of you. It's fine. You just go through and hopefully land on your feet.
Do you hear that, Cinder? Make sure you land on your feet. The last time I went through, we had someone end up in a tree and he fell down. He was fine, but It was a little funny.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll go through.
You first, rookie.
No. You're okay. I have to say something to the Guardian first. It's fine.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Flint, tell Sasa her family is fine. I
Oh.
have been sending them money to help them get by while she was.
That's very good of you. I know that she's real mad at you right now, but I feel like
no,
it's a lot of
it's
a
fine.
lot of just.
It's fine.
All right. Be good while I'm gone. Remember the easy Mac, okay? And she's gonna go through.
So, Guardian, I'm going to make a promise.
Promises are rough.
Yes. I promise the other two will come back.
What about yourself?
I will keep them as safe as I possibly can. Who knows? I might get to the other side and all the magic that's billowing up inside me could cause me to explode. But,
That's not how magic works, but
well, as if I would know. Anyways, I'll keep them as safe as I can. I'll do my best. But
I
they'll come
appreciate
back.
the sentiment, Cinder, but I do wish you also would come back.
I mean, sure. And then I go through.
So as you three enter the warp, the door kind of closes behind you, and you're in this like pool stream pulling you through. Familiarly, the tingle for Zesa like starts small and then starts to become numbing as you propel into the past. The tingle is kind of new for you two, Cinder and Flint, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just, you know, a thing that happens. And again, as you reach that time period, things kind of slow down, and I need you all to make a dex save.
And at 20.
Oh my god!
At 26.
She's got it like superhero lit.
9.
Okay.
Just living up to this new standard put on me.
12.
First being the least accomplished staff orator to being the most accomplished orator.
Oh, how the tables have turned. What was yours, Flint? Sorry.
9.
And yours, Cinder?
12.
Okay, so you all arrive back. Zesa, you materialize in your space on your feet. And you kind of look over to your left and right, and both Flint and Cinder are just kind of like on their butts, just, Okay.
Oh god.
I thought I said to land on your feet.
I think I'm going to be sick. I think.
You'll get over it.
Like, it's.
Take
I
some breaths.
feel it. I feel it billowing up.
No,
And I
swallow it.
Hey, maybe it's that magic.
Just swallow.
Is it magic? Should I let it out right now?
No.
Don't let
It's
it.
not magic. It's vomit.
Maybe it
Just
is
don't-
though.
No, don't listen to her. Don't. No.
Ugh.
I'm a sympathetic vomiter. Just don't.
Okay.
You're fine,
I think-
Cinder.
I
I just
think-
need all three of you to make a wisdom save.
It's not as good. 10.
Okay.
9 again.
Okay.
9.
Nice! This actually works out well. The save is 10. So, Zesa, you're not affected by the Rosari overdose, basically magic being pulled back into you and accessible, you know. Not to say that's always the case, but in this particular case, you just realize that you have access to all of your abilities. Cinder and Flint, not so much the case. Your vision kind of gets blurry for a second as it adjusts and color patterns kind of offshoot a bit, but then recenter themselves. It almost feels like you ate something bad, but then like it just slowly seeps in and you feel connected, almost like a little tingle in your body of like something else is there that wasn't present before. And with all of you, you all have access to magic now.
This is something she did not know that she had. Well, fully.
And you watch on Cinder the thorn ripples around his wrist and around his head, with the aid of druid craft, just starts to innately grow flowers all throughout.
You do flower
I
magic.
can't stop it.
You do flower magic?
You do flower magic.
Wait. I hold out my hand and I try to druid craft a small flower bracelet.
Okay. And slowly you see like the roots start to grow out and it begins to weave and ravel, and surely enough.
I have flower magic.
You have flower magic.
I don't know what this means, but I'm excited. Who wants a flower bracelet? Okay, and I throw it behind me.
Oh,
Sorry, did you want a flower bracelet?
If you're going to just throw them away, I guess not.
I can make another one though.
So
We
let's
should
see.
all have flower bracelets. It's like a friend bracelet, but flowers for the three
Right.
of us.
Right.
Do
right.
they die?
I don't know.
I guess we will see.
Okay. So, in my right hand,
Do
I
it.
make a flower bracelet with green and lavender flowers.
nice. And it flows into life.
All right, Zesa, this one is for you.
Oh, thank you.
And in my left hand, I make white and a deep red. Okay, here you go, Flint.
And what kind of flowers are on that one?
Just white and like a deep red.
Oh, okay.
Just flowers.
Just flowers.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you both have you got flower bracelets. Here we are. We're out here.
Okay, I want to try something. I grab my spear and a green energy starts emanating on my right arm and it feeds into the spear. And so my spear is now emanating a green light, and I like look at a tree and then I go to throw, but I don't let go of the spear, but the radiant energy rips off of the spear and bounces into the tree as I cast Guiding Bolt.
Nice. It hits. This green
Ha!
energy
Ha!
shears through the side of this poor tree, this poor forest. It just.
I like to look around.
Okay. Investigation check.
That's a good idea.
Well, while Cinder's learning his powers, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You realize that you're near that cave that you all were at. However, as you're investigating around, you don't see any signs of the bodies that were there. The greenery's kind of grown a little bit more in this area, which you didn't really think was possible, but here we are. And
Overgrown.
yeah, it's
No
all
bodies.
mossy, no bodies that you can pick out. Flint, do a perception check though.
Okay. My one dice was being bad to me. This is a new one. Okay, not great. 11.
Okay. Your foot like brushes against something to like the bottom of you.
Oh. What is it?
As you look, it's kind of covered in moss and dirt and other things, but it's another crossbow, kind of really finely made. But do a history check real quick.
Ooh. That is a -1. That is a 15.
Okay. From how it's structured, you would recognize this to be Glinda, Fletch's sidearm.
Whoa. I've seen this before. Is this... Oh God, Zaysa, is this where this happened?
Yes, this is the cave is just up here, so
Well, I'm gonna hold on to this. Should we...
I want to go. I'm gonna like motion with my head towards the cave and be like, I'm
Alright.
going to go. And I mean, so long ago it's happened, I guess, but we can try and see if there's any clues.
You see remnants. It takes you a bit because while the dirt hasn't been disturbed in this area, it's still, with weather and changing of seasons, has grown over a little bit. But you do see like flecks of glass and other shard bits that would kind of match up to the type of capsules that you and Galileo and all the others had on you. But they're all broken into little bits and pieces.
But no like signs of gear coming and forcing, or someone coming to like force me to consume my capsule to go back.
Not from what you can tell. They would have either taken it with them or it's just not there. And sadly, with it being roughly 40 years after, there's not a lot of anything.
Sure. I don't know.
What happened here?
After we killed some corpse-eating plants, we happened upon this cave where this artifact was, and I picked it up. It was like magnifying all of us together. I dropped it. We were putting it in Galileo's capsule, and all of a sudden blight just started disintegrating everybody. Fletch, Fairben, and Siegfried gone just in an instant. And it was just Galileo and I stood there, and then everything went dark. So I have no idea what happened after that. But Galileo and me did not get hit with the light. Not that I saw. I mean, if he did, then I would have. It, wouldn't make sense if we were stood right next to each other. So, and I'll like point to like where we were standing, and like as I'm doing this, like motioning to like where everyone else was.
Okay. So there's nothing here. Were we hoping that something would be here?
Yes, because the Guardian said that there were traces of Gear's blood in me, making him believe that his vial was used to take me back.
Right.
Which we didn't have it. We didn't have his vial, so somebody had it. I would assume that he had it.
Well.
Or somebody else had it, but they would have had to know what it did.
That seems unlikely.
And the only other person present that I know of that would know would have been Galileo. Unless if someone else survived in their mission and Galileo left them behind. But that doesn't make sense.
I wonder if the locals would know anything about this. It was a while ago, but maybe we
Yes,
find
let's
someone
pop
old
to the
enough.
locals. Do you know about any time travelers that have been scamping around and
Okay,
I mean,
okay. So it's my first time doing this.
it's my first time doing this too. Not jumping, but it's my first time leading the mission. I'm usually the rookie.
Well. Yeah. Kind of
What?
the blind
Send
leading
there.
the blind here, maybe.
It is definitely, I am not qualified for this at all.
All right, so maybe we're not like, oh, hey, you know those people from the future who came and like got evaporated or something. Maybe we don't open with that, but it's more like, oh, hey, you know all those, yeah, no, you're right. No version of this really works, does it?
I guess we could just talk to them, say hello. I don't
Ask
usually
about any mysterious disappearances, any,
or interesting people who've shown up recently
yes.
Recently being
40
in the
years
past
ago.
40
the past
years.
40
yes.
years. Okay.
But there are long living races in this time.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
So it could be recently for them, I think, But yes, it is a tricky one. I don't know what I don't look at me as the one who knows what to do, because I am usually the one who
So we came back to the past with no real plan.
there was a plan. There was
Well,
a
then what do we do?
find
Then
gear and figure out what Galileo is doing. Because
Okay.
he's not dead.
okay, so let's.
And this is where it
then-
happened.
Right, and there's nothing here.
Yes.
Right.
So we go to the town. We
So
just
we
have
go
to
to
be
the town.
careful. We have to be careful not to say where we come from.
Right.
So where did we come from?
We
Let's create a
Are-
backstory.
are farmers.
I can change how I look, so I can, but we don't look like farmers.
No, you're right.
We're
I mean,
just-
I can make myself.
We're just
potentially look like a
passing
farmer.
through. We're bounty hunters.
Ooh, no, that sounds threatening to people.
Well, not necessarily, because
Oh,
if there
okay.
is some person who maybe we're from a
We're
different
looking
town.
for somebody. We're
We
bounty
are?
hunters and we're looking for somebody.
That is
Yes.
true.
That's why we would ask so
And,
many questions.
and we have a description of that person. I mean, I think we're ready to go to town.
You know
Quite
what? This is an
literally.
airtight plan.
Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing could go wrong with this.
Not a singular issue.
Perception
Everyone's
checks.
going to think we're just normal second age civilians.
Absolutely. I mean, we blend right in. We have flower bracelets. All right, bracelets on 3. All right, everyone, put your arms in.
I don't know about this.
Okay.
No, we're a team, Zaysa.
Too soon? Is it too soon? I rushed the team build. I'm sorry. I'm excited. It's my first time. It's
Well, now my hand's out here like a fool. I feel
all right,
like
all right. Put your
Who?
bracelets in. On 3.
team lightning storm, right?
That is a cool name. Did that just come off your dome?
That just like
from?
came. It was here, and I let it out.
I've
Cinder.
never been in a lightning storm with any of you, though.
But we are a force of nature, so we are a lightning storm.
Team force of nature.
That
But
works
lightning
too.
storm sounds so much cooler.
Lightning, it does sound cooler, Zaysa. You have to admit.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. 1,
This is gonna be so out of sync.
2, 3.
Team Lightning Storm. Sorry, sound effects. Okay, let's go to. I rolled a 16 perception, by the way.
Okay. Perception checks from Zaysa and Flint.
$26.
What was Flint's? Flint?
Oh, I'm sorry. My perception,
Yeah, sorry.
11.
Okay. Oh, that's high enough. As y'all do your out of sync powwow, you hear a crackle of thunder and lightning. And in that direction, you see faintly.
I'm not looking anywhere but at Sindare at the moment.
Okay, whoever looks in that direction, you see faintly a firefly, but it doesn't look like a normal firefly. It's got like a bluish hue, and it dims in and out, and then it like recedes towards that thunder and lightning sound.
We're gonna follow that.
It's a sign. It has
My
to.
parents taught me that nature is a guide. Mother Alel is watching over us. We are following that thing.
But, what the fuck?
It was perfect timing. We are a force of nature. It was amazing.
I got to give you credit. It's sticking, I guess. Let's go.
Similarly, as they are kind of heading towards that way, when the lightning and thunder sounds off for you, Nisea and Brolin, you hear it, and people have already started to kind of like leave. Like, y'all are the crazy ones still drinking more rounds, but people, like the older people, they're like, oh, it's too cold for all this, and they're just like, we gotta make it back to home, sweetie, and they just like dish out, and other people finish their drinks, and kind of. So overall, the Wet Grog's tavern is starting to get pretty empty, but that lightning hits, and the fire in the tavern lights up. But it's not good. It's a bluish flame that kind of flickers alive. And it
See,
shoots that light radiance color in the room, which catches people's eye.
yeah, see,
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
that's not right. That I think it's our time to go. And at this moment, Brolin
I mean,
is
you
gonna,
think leaving the tavern is gonna really help us? You think
I don't want to stay here.
with that blue fire?
Exactly.
It's so scary. The blue fire.
Do you understand fire? Like, there's several different kinds, and this
Blue is
one is
hot.
not natural. This is not natural. But I am going to. So I rotate my. I'm wearing just like a gauntlet, and I rotate it. And as I rotate it, a rune flashes, and all of a sudden the armor just goes chink 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 chink. Now, I haven't perfected the helmet, so I go. All right, I got this, bro. Come on, you got it this time. You got this time. And you see like the helmet like comes up in front of him, kind of shakes, and then think, but it kind of is a little off alignment, and you just hear as like it hits and like falls to the floor. And I
And it
just pick it up
says just
and
like
put it on.
this
I-
again.
I don't think we should be here anymore.
Oh, Brolin, you're so scared of everything.
As she says that, Brolin, you watch from this blue flame, because you've been like eyeing it even as your armor is coming on. These fireflies start to come off and trickle off from it. And it kind of like dances in the way. And as it gets close to the barmaid, she lights on fire and falls to the ground.
All right, I think you're right.
Yep, that's what you needed,
And
huh?
then maybe
Yep,
we should.
there's the one.
But
Yeah,
maybe-
no,
but
don't
what
take
about
my
it?
word
But this
for
is
it,
my
but you're
favorite
good now,
tavern. Are we
right?
really
Let's
gonna let
go.
it? Are we
Yep,
really gonna
yep.
let it burn down? Like, are we? My
What
favorite
do you want
barmaid.
to do?
The barmaid just lit on fire.
Well,
I
let's
mean-
get everyone out of here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go pick up my shield, and you hear like a hum of energy from my armor as I like lift this massive shield now in my left arm. And then I'm gonna start like, come on, everyone! Anyone left? Get out of here! Let's go! Let's go! And
People
I'm
are
gonna put the
starting.
shield
Everyone
The
get the
bard's
fuck
just
outta
like,
here.
I'm out.
kind of
Anyone
put the
knows,
shield
yeah.
between the fireplace, and as people are getting behind and out, the shield's right there in front and between.
So you see most of these fireflies are going out of the chimney to like exit into the city itself, but everyone's kind of like beelining it towards the door.
I mean, they are quite pretty, though, aren't they?
As,
Just kinda
as
like
the
ushering
barmaid's
people
like
out.
flesh just like flickers with blue flame, and
Well,
you can
that's-
see her like skeletal structure.
I mean, that's really too bad.
We're gonna have to explain that to someone if we don't get out of here.
Oh, let's just make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Well,
Technical difficulties.
the tavern's just
The
literally
tavern's
coming
collapsing.
down. Yeah.
Oh no! Perfect timing.
So what are you two doing after everyone kind of exits out?
I'm just gonna like mosey
Back out the door. Yeah,
I'll,
like back out.
Have my
Yeah, just-
tankard with me. Just
Yep.
So
Wait,
you
it's still my birthday.
you all arrive outside, and there's like small flickers of snow falling from the air. Not enough to actually land on the ground and stick, but it's pretty chilly. Roughly, it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and people from the tavern are like panicking and just like running opposite directions, but most of the other commoners in the city don't know what this blue fire. Some people are just like stopping and like looking at it. Others are just like, nope, just going the other way. But there's roughly maybe 15 or so of these fireflies just dancing around throughout the city.
I feel like that's gonna get worse. But should we go tell who you know this place? Should we go tell someone?
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, right now I can't really quite think of who, but maybe.
Guard.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
This is a guard situation, I feel.
Well, yes. Let's go find the guard.
We're gonna try to find a
Okay.
guard.
Perception checks.
That's a 15 for me.
14 for me.
Okay. Yeah, there's a guard. He's kind of just on watch by one of the local not inns, but gentlemen's clubs. And he's just standing there. Hasn't noticed the fireflies yet, because why would he look up from his duties? But yeah, you two walk up to him.
Hey, there's something developing over at the wet grog.
The snog.
Wet snog.
What,
grog.
more kissing?
I know
Well,
someone lit on fire,
now.
actually.
Lit on fire? What do you mean?
Yeah, there was an incident with the fire and some lightning, and there was this.
Yeah, I heard lightning.
We think it was like a lightning bug of some kind, and it touched barmaid and lit her on fire, and she's now like a little crisp on the ground. in
That
there.
sounds like a bit of witchcraft.
That's why we came to you, sir.
I mean, it could be. Like, what do you suggest we do?
Well, not go near it, that's for sure. What did you say it's over by?
The snog.
Oh, Grog's Tavern. Got it. Yeah, just watch me work. And he starts to walk over in that direction. Just like his clinging armor just ching, 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 ching. And around this time, you can see a couple of those flames like kiss her out, and one of them appears in front of him. And you watch as it dances there for a second, but it doesn't light him on fire. Instead, it turns into the guard, and you see this bluish-hued figure outline, almost ethereal in its presence, and it has a blade and it sticks him. And
What the actual fuck?
What?
Well, we're not making the right decisions here. We need to go help him.
Jesus.
He's hunkering over pretty quickly.
Go over and get him. Oh Lord.
I push the guard back out of the way, and I put the shield in front, attempting to get between us.
Okay. Can I have you both roll initiative? Ooh. Oh no.
That's a 5.
Gee, this is 7. We both
Yeah,
suck.
we're
You
drunk.
are a bit
All
drunk.
right.
I'm just saying.
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
uh,
What is this?
So we are going to do some of this, and I thought I rolled 1 for a second, but that's how the dice is. It's a 14. Okay, so the fire guard is going to look at you, Brolin, and go to try and attack with its cut knife. Does a... Well, that's probably not gonna hit. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Okay. It goes and it tries to hit you, and you just like instinctively move out of the way and kind of use your shield as a barrier piece between you and that flaming presence in front of you. From there, Nisea, it is your turn, my dear.
Alright, well. The only thing I know how to do is attack it, so I'm just gonna pick up my great axe and
Okay.
give her a good swing.
Okay, you get close in, you go to fire or swing down.
That is 20.
Oh, that hits, yes.
Okay. And that is 12 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
It doesn't seem to like it. You hit into this creature, this presence, and it recoils at your hit, and you watch as it resituates itself, and now it looks like you, with a great axe in its hand.
Don't like that.
Anything else for your turn?
I guess I'll like step back a little bit
Okay.
at the ready.
Next up, Brolin. You watch as this flame guard turns into a flame Messiah. What would you like to do?
I didn't think I drank that much. And I'm going to slam my gauntlet into the shield and turn a rune and activate my defensive shield as my bonus action, which gives me 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then as my action, my glove charges up and I just punch out with this electrified gauntlet glove. So
Okay.
that will be... That's a natural 20.
Oh, that hits as well.
Hey, get it. Get it.
Okay. Do we do just double dice roll for critical damage, or?
Yeah, you do max dice roll, and then you
Max
roll
dice.
again and add your
Gotcha.
proficiency.
So that's 8 plus max damage 8 to 6. That's 20 points of. Yeesh. What is that? Thunder damage? Thunder damage. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Tear 'em up.
Yep. So back at the top, this fiery Nesea is going to try and attack regular Nesea. Or Nesea, sorry. Oh gosh, this is horrible. This is a horrible roll. A 10 doesn't hit, I don't think.
No.
Yep, well, it's gonna do that, and it's gonna just miss and look at you.
Ha! You wish you were as good as me.
You watch it go, ha! You wish you were good as me, and just mimics what you're saying, but
Oh,
better
fucking hate
because
this
I
thing.
can't.
Just kill it already. Ugh.
Oh, this thing's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
Wait, it sounds just like you. Does that mean?
Fuck you, Brolin. You tell him. Love it.
So it misses. Next up is Nisea.
All right. Well, I'm gonna smack it again
Okay.
with my great axe. Oh, 15.
That hits.
Ooh. That's a 15 for damage.
Okay. Just add that in real quick. No big deal. Anything else?
At the ready.
Okay. Brolin.
This seems a little unfair. We're just going to town on this guy, and I come in with an undercut punch with my thunder gauntlets.
Nice.
It's a beautiful woman, Brolin.
That's 13.
Misses. You go to
Ooh.
punch, and the fiery female form like sways out of the way, and you like just miss.
Oh, god damn beer.
Anything
That's all.
else?
I don't-
Oh, that's
no,
all.
yep.
Top of the order. Here we go. Okay. It's gonna try. I don't know if I want to do this, but it's gonna try and hit you, Brolin.
Cool.
Does a 18 hit?
Nope.
Son of a.
Oh, that's my way.
So it tries to attack you and completely like misses.
Ah!
Come on, look at me. You can't hit me.
Coming up to you next, Nisea.
I'm gonna smack it again.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this right one of these times.
Nisaya.
Nisea.
It's Nisaya. Alright, I'm gonna smack it again.
Okay.
That is a. Ooh, that's just an 8.
Ooh, that misses.
Crazy enough, I think that hits.
Wish it would. Oh, I missed.
Okay. Up to Brolin.
Yeah, like, is this thing taking damage? Are we?
It seems
Hurting
like
it?
the flight on it's kind of like flickering, dimmering a little bit as each hit connects.
Put that light out.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'm gonna take another swing with the thunder gauntlet because it seems to be doing pretty good when I hit with it. Oh, that'll probably hit. That's a 22
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Yep, that hits.
for 11 points of thunder damage.
Just ruining this thing's day.
Ruined our day,
It got a free shot on that guard, and you just punished it.
Brolin, the choice is yours.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna show. No, I'm just gonna go in and try to get the whatever kind of core this is. I'm going for a core, and I want to shoot the electricity. I kind of focus it right at the front of my fist, so when I do make contact, I release it and it goes outwards like a spark burst, kind of like a.
Nice. So you come in, fierce, hot, like, and you make that solid connect. I mean, it's a ethereal type visage, but these impact hits definitely feel like they're hitting into something like a construct. And once you hit in, that lightning like ripples out and dissipates, and you see as these flickers of flame kind of kiss off, and the being cries out before dissipating into the air and snuffing out.
Job,
It was pretty
Roland.
good. It was close to your skill and level, but we took care of it, huh?
Oh well, remember this moment because it's the one time you're gonna take me out.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna remember it real well.
And as you two come out of combat, the guard's like, I could have done that. Just caught me off guard a bit.
Are you okay? You're bleeding.
I will cast Cure Wounds on the guard.
Okay.
Oh, what a good man.
He turns out to be the BBG.
Oh,
Ready to
no.
fight now.
Activated by trap.
We just got warmed up. I don't think
I
either of
healed
us
for
took
8
any damage,
points.
so.
Okay.
No, I didn't take
As I add that back to my invisible NPC. Also, thank you for the raid, the Games Tavern. We are just here on the second half of our prelude episode for Fate of Ukodor. Things are getting interesting. The fire kind of go out. The fireflies themselves, you see them kind of exit into the air, much higher than the local populace is kind of residing at. But
So wait, is this from the tavern or is this?
yeah,
coming
this was
from
the
the-
ones that exited from the tavern fire. They've entered the atmosphere, but like flown up high into the air.
So, how is the tavern?
There's no one's going back in there tonight. At least there's no one to give us beer.
No, I mean it's not burning up there yet.
Doesn't look like it. No.
Well, that's all I care about. I love
You
that place.
got memories of that bar, don't you?
Yeah, it's my favorite. You know that.
Yeah. Well, it's still there. We'll go back again once they get some people to serve us.
Why did it have to happen on my birthday, though?
Bad luck, you know. But hey, it's still early enough, and there's other places to drink.
I do feel bad about the barmaid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really our fault.
I mean, should we do something?
Like,
Let's go to another bar. It's fine.
those are two very different options there, really.
I mean, I didn't really know it all that well.
Right. So we'll go drinking for now, and then tomorrow, hopefully, maybe
shit.
we can help out. What?
Does this make us bad people if we don't go back now?
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Like, is she burnt to a crisp? Or can we like do something with the body? Or
You definitely saw bones, like
Shit,
flame
okay.
engulfed bones.
let's just go to another bar.
Okay. It seems that, like, yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Let's go, Broden. And I'm gonna like put my arm around his shoulder, just like walk.
The Scarlet something, I believe I remember hearing.
The Scarlet Horn. Yeah, as you are headed that way, it'll take you a bit, but
Yo, Scarlet.
And we are unflappable. Our mission.
I mean that's a good mission.
I mean,
Finding
fuck
more
that
booze.
fire thing.
Right.
Interrupt my birthday.
Oh my god.
If it would have appeared in the snog, maybe someone would have. You never know.
That's what it gets. And for
agree,
mocking
yeah.
me,
Yeah, and that poor guy that was gonna help out the town, it just took him out.
the god.
Yeah, the guy that just got stabbed.
I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Well, that's fair.
We should invite him out for a drink. Hey,
We should totally
Dad,
do that.
how you feeling? You want a drink? It's my birthday.
I think I need to go
Yeah,
back on
you
shift.
do. No,
Yeah,
you couldn't.
yeah.
Come on and have a drink. Come on and have a drink with us.
But they might fire. Actually, you know.
Yep. Oh, you know you
That'd
want
be the
to.
worst.
Well, we're just gonna.
All right, let's
he
go, and
Sets
I'll
his
carry him.
like his faux pas gear that didn't even like match up to anything near the area, and kind of like walks off with you as y'all head towards the Scarlet Horn.
Someone forming relationships with the NPCs already. Let's go.
He's like, okay.
Put it on.
He's a
What's
bit
your
healed,
name?
you know.
What's your name, friend?
Franklin. What's yours?
Nasea. Nasea Leah.
Roland Rockknocker. Nice to meet you.
That's a pretty strong name, Nisea. I don't think I know any rock knockers.
Rock knocker. Quite the strong name. So I guess we're gonna go to the other tavern with the guard.
Okay.
Ah,
As the three of you are headed to the Scarlet Horn, Zesa, Cinder, and Flint, it's taking y'all a bit to travel. Luckily, you were kind of closer to the edge of the Silent Forest. However, you still have to trudge a bit of ways. You've got that, you know, we're on an adventure momentum kind of getting you through. But by time you arrive at Dorne itself, it is hitting towards like midnight time frame. It's been a long truck, and that excitement's kind of like dissipated again. It's more like, are we there yet, or is this the last tree that we're gonna see tonight? But you come to a clearing, and you can kind of see down this hillside that the city of Dorne is not too much farther ahead. What would you all like to do?
So that's the goal.
Yeah. Those are all those people that we can tell about our bounty hunting. Eh?
Yes.
Are we
That-
describing gear for this bounty?
You are describing whoever you want to describe. You could describe
I'm
gear.
asking as the group, as the
You could.
what was
You're the
our-
leader.
We were the lightning.
Lightning storm.
Lightning
storm. I'm
Yes.
asking the group as the lightning storm.
Well,
Yeah.
this crackle of thunder
You're
thinks
the-
that you're in charge.
Just
Oh.
peel.
Gosh, I guess we describe gear.
Yeah. Do you think we're more likely to find him than Galileo, right? Because we thought, you know.
Yes, I'm starting to be a bit suspicious of Galileo, honestly, because as we're walking through the woods, it doesn't add up.
How
I
so?
mean, think about it. He went on a mission with Gear and others. They all die. They're all seasoned arbiters. They all get ambushed and they die, and Galileo comes back with nobody, saying that Gear is presumed dead, but he left him, not fully knowing. So we go back and the same thing happens, but for some reason he didn't go back. It is strange to me.
So
So we describe Gear because I don't know if Galileo would have been around.
or should
Yeah.
we describe Galileo?
He's too
Because
smart. He's too smart to go to the next town
that's
if
true.
he's doing something suspicious. Let's start with Gear. And if anyone and you know, let's start with Gear. And if there are any other talkings of a newer type, you know,
In the
maybe
past
it's
40
Galileo.
years.
Right.
Right.
So, just so I'm on the same page, Galileo might be bad?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he might. I'm not saying that he is bad.
But
I'm
he's a
just
little
saying
suspect.
I'm a little suspicious that he has now been involved in two groups being
Being
murdered
wiped out.
/ missing.
Maybe
Right.
he's just extraordinarily lucky himself.
Because
There's
as
no such
far
thing as luck.
As far as we know, I was left to die, but the Guardian suspects that Gear happened upon and used his vial because his blood was detected in me.
If he had his vial the whole time, why didn't he just go back?
That is
Yeah.
another question that I do plan on asking him when I find him.
Oh, great. All right. So step 1, find him. Step 2,
Step 2, yell.
Interrogate.
Write these questions down.
Step
Okay.
2, yell. That is how I do it.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not yell, but
Well,
you know,
Gear
No,
is
I like that. I like it. It shows
I'm
that
just-
your passion.
Gear is why I do this.
so like upset at a mentor kind of
Yes.
deal. Okay. Sure. So we're gonna yell at him.
Yes. Well, I am going to yell at him. I wouldn't recommend you yelling at him.
Why?
Well, he's a very big. Like
Look
I
at
am
me.
tiny, but he
I'm-
is very. How big are you? You are much bigger than me, but you are not big as him.
I could probably. You're right.
No, just when you see him, it is.
If I
He's-
see him, but if I see him, he's gonna be
he's a
40 years older. So
Yeah,
I could probably beat up an old man.
it is possible.
Wow, we've shifted from rescue to more of like we're
Beating up
jumping
an
him
old
kind of thing.
man.
And honestly, you guys, I'm here
Not-
for it.
Not going to jump him, but I am going to.
But
say, "What
jumping
the
is an
fuck?"
option now.
It seems
No,
to
I
be
don't
on the
think
table.
that you should jump him.
I'm just
you might
saying-
have to jump up to see him.
Assault and interrogation can go hand in hand.
That's what that's what my mom.
Let's see
always
what
used to say
we
that.
happen upon, because we might have to assault him, but I don't think we're gonna favor.
But I think we're gonna
don't-
have to assault Galileo at some point.
We might not have to assault Galileo either, but I have questions.
You know, it's great. It's great that Gear's such a big man, because then he would have stood out. You know, memorable like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's go ask around town for a big dude.
but I think it's pretty late.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, could like a bar or a tavern be open still?
we should
I'm
find
sure
an inn.
taverns, bars. I think they call them taverns now.
Oh,
Right.
Yes.
Remember your words.
Right. So we're not going to a club. We're going to a tavern.
There are definitely not clubs here.
I don't go to
even-
clubs. Let me just be very specific here. I don't go to clubs, but I know that they exist.
Oh, Cinder, there is a great club
There
around
are
the
pretty
corner from
cool
the sanctuary.
clubs.
We'll have to go. We'll have to
Pretty
go. when
cool
we go.
clubs.
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm not good with crowds. I don't know if that's a good idea. Also, people might be looking for me now. Who knows?
We're gonna need to talk about that.
There's
later,
so
I
much to
think.
unpack in this conversation alone. I'm glad we're in this together, you guys. Do we want to do it on 3? No, we already did it.
We already. I think it's good. Like once a mission, like
Sure.
at the start of a mission.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, that's cool. I didn't want to do it anyway.
Well, I mean, if you wanted, like, we could, like,
No, it's okay. It's okay. We should just let's go to town.
Okay.
Yep.
So you all are headed towards Dorne. You arrive and the guards kind of like look at you a bit suspiciously because no one really comes into town this late that's of good merit, but they do their normal accords. All right. What brings you to town? Business, pleasure, cities not very open right now. A couple of things, maybe the tavern inn.
Business.
Business.
We are, but we are looking for
Cinder.
some
Don't-
taverns.
We're on business. We just need to.
Are here for
We
a
are-
good time,
Nope. We are.
not a long
A
time.
good
Well,
business.
there is a gentleman's club.
Ow.
I don't know if the ladies would like to go there.
For yourself.
I don't you don't need to make any assumptions there, but how about an inn?
Yeah, like a
Tavern,
hotel. I mean,
inn.
an inn, like a inny hotel. I
There's a
mean,
place,
any
yes. The Scarlet Horn.
Scarlet. God, where is that?
Oh, you can't miss it. Just go straight down the courtyard. It's there, off past the fountain to the left.
Fountain.
And you don't need to like pat me down or anything.
Why would
Just
I
like-
need
Here,
to?
just.
I don't know.
No.
Like if you need,
This is not the plan.
I don't know. We're new to the town. It's late.
You'll
It's
find
kind of
it's
weird.
typically frowned upon if all of our guards start patting down.
That's fair. That's
Pretty.
fair.
I think we're just going to go. We've had a very long trek through the woods, and we're going to go get a drink and find a bed to sleep in. Thank you.
Yes,
For the
to
information.
the tavern.
Tavern. Yep.
Tavern. Yes.
Say good
Have a-
night, you.
You
three.
too, good
Yeah.
sirs.
Cinder, maybe we're not gonna take you to the clubs because that was
As we get out of earshot of the guards, I'm gonna be like, they don't usually pat people down all the time like they do in the future here.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know that.
What? You just immediately started talking.
I know.
Here it's like,
it's like a
Vesa,
nervous
you are
tick.
the leader, but then you just started.
It's a nervous
spewing
tick.
all the
I'm sorry.
words.
I should just. I don't know. I don't like empty space in conversation. So
And
I feel the
was
need.
trying to talk.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will do better next time. I
Yes,
will.
I know it is a lot to take in, but
I have magic now. I don't know what I'm doing. I could. Ooh. I have
no,
ideas.
don't
don't.
don't
Maybe
have
don't.
ideas.
Are there any animals around?
Oh no.
There is a stable house that you would pass.
Great.
I'm not even there and I'm cringing.
Can
I'm
I-
just like
Can I walk up to the stable house and perhaps talk to a horse?
Then
I
there,
mean, you
I'm
can.
trying to go to the town.
I'm trying to gather information about where we are.
From a horse?
Usually you just ride horses in this time, you know?
There
That's a form of transportation.
Right, but you can talk to the. I can talk to them, I think. Is that okay? Is that as Team Lightning Storm? Is that an agreeable plan?
Actually, I'm so curious to see how this plays out. I admit maybe it's a toxic part of me, but I just want to see what the hell is about to happen.
Please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell the horse I said hi.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to. How many horses are there?
For brevity, just one in this.
Okay.
area. It's
Okay.
black horse. It looks nice.
So I'm going to reach out my hand and try and touch it on its nose, on its big nose.
It just kind of like sniffs it.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Pat, pat. And as I pat, I cast Speak with Animals. Hello, horse.
Human.
I'm not a human. I'm partially human. That's close. By the way, Zesa says hi. She's the one like looks foreboding at all times. Just like a constant state of meh. Anyways, she says hi. I was just wondering what you could tell me about town.
This is Dorn.
This is
City.
Dorn. Okay. Okay. So, hey Zesa, can you describe gear to me? Have you seen a big man, like a big person, like just jacked all the way?
Yeah, I'll describe gear from
And
what
I
I
will
know, from my perspective.
Feed that back to the horse. Have you seen somebody like that?
Not recent. No.
Not recent. So, when like the last time you saw somebody like that? When was that?
A month ago.
A month ago.
Nope. Never mind. I was gonna say I could shape change into him, but
Oh god, just weird this horse out.
Okay, so you've seen somebody like that a month ago. Do you know if they were arriving at the town or leaving town?
Leaving.
Leaving. Do they leave often?
Not sure. I leave too.
You leave too. Right, of course, because you're a horse and you clip clop around. You're so
clop.
You're doing great, by the way. This is the first time I've ever spoken to an animal and they responded. So you're just do you need anything?
I got hay.
Okay.
Water.
Okay.
I should be good.
So you're good. Okay. All right. Well,
tell Zesa I said hi.
hey Zesa, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
They call me Shadow.
Shadow says hi, Zesa. Anyway, Shadow, it was lovely talking to you.
What's your name?
My name is Cinder, but my friends call me Sin.
Do I call you Cinder or Sin?
Do you think we're friends?
Are you gonna come talk to me again?
Maybe, yeah, I could. Do you want me to?
Sure.
Okay, then I will. I'll see you tomorrow, perhaps.
Okay, Sin.
Okay, Shadow. Have a good night. Rest well. You've earned it, buddy. Pat, pat. And then I turn around. I just talked to a horse.
DM, when he's speaking to the horse,
Please tell me I'm ninnying.
I imagine it's like
because that's how I always imagine it.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
So I'm just like,
I love that.
did you
Lord
sit
did.
there? Did you really speak to that horse?
Yes, I did. He says he saw somebody big and hulking, like Gear, and he
I just
left
told you
town.
what he looked like. Yes.
Yes, he left town about a week ago, a month ago. The conversation was happening so fast, but he left recently.
Okay.
So Gear is around, but not right now.
I'd love to speak to some humanoids to get some
But we just got all the information we need.
more. Yeah, but what direction?
Yeah.
Are there any other outlying cities or towns or?
It'll be good to cross-reference.
I mean, he's a horse. I mean, he doesn't know much.
I like look over at Flint like,
honestly, you can't say you're not a little impressed. I mean,
I love that he's speaking to horses. I think it's great, but I don't want to just immediately take all of what the horse says and just say, that's good, let's go.
no, I'm with you. I think
I'm
unless
just saying we have a lead now, and
we
That is great. If somebody else backs that information up.
so now we have to talk to people.
Yes.
Okay, but you can handle that. I can talk to
Are
animals.
you going
can
to
handle
let us
people.
handle that?
Absolutely.
Because last time you did not.
Yep. And I'm retraining and I'm learning new behaviors, and I realize I shouldn't be the one to talk to people, but I can talk to animals.
We are all still alive, so this is good. We are on the right track.
Yeah.
Progress. Okay. Further into the Scarlet Horn with us then. Bye, Shadow.
Bison. So you all make it to the Scarlet Horn. It has a large horn on its mantle frame for the sign outside, and the script's very fancy looking and well-to-do. There is a bit of etching of gold script into the embossing of the words, giving it a kind of posh outer appearance. But as you walk in, you feel the warmth first from the nice hearth of a fire off to the left. The patterns and design of the room have really taken that scarlet into consideration. There's large curtains that are drawn closed now that it's nighttime, but they're thick patterns of reds and velvets, and the woods are very dark and well buffed. It's well kept here. A much calmer state. Not a lot of people are out and about right now. It is kind of closing time for the drink side of things, but there is still the inn that's attached, and there's a large stairwell that kind of leads upstairs to where those rooms would be located. But as the three of you enter, there's a young human male kind of behind the counter, just writing in some of his scroll pages, probably checking his numbers for the day, and you all enter in, and he looks up. Well, hello! It's a bit dark outside. Are you all looking for a room?
Yes, I think we are. Yes?
Ah, I'm Argos. Glad to have met you. How many rooms would you all like?
I think 3.
Three is fine. Yes, we do have 3. We're kind of on the posh side of things. As a silver apiece. Is that too much?
Why would you just assume that we cannot forward you?
Well,
Yeah.
we have other rooms that are available. They're just not on the higher floors, if you will. Depends on what you would like, room-wise.
I think we can cough a silver for a. Do we have money?
So the money that you have would get converted to give you like an assortment, but roughly you would have what's equivalent to, I would say like 50 gold a piece.
Yeah, I think that the silver is nothing. So yeah. There you go.
Well, I will fetch those keys here shortly, if you will. There's a bar over there. The maidens will get you drinks. I will come give you your keys here, and you can retire to the rooms whenever you would like. There's a couple of others there. They're also drinking. They might be drinking for a bit more. We're not sure, but make yourselves comfortable. I'll be back shortly.
Scan the room, see who else is out super late.
Okay, so as you look around, you see a dwarf male and a half-elf kind of at a nice table, motioning for the barmaid to bring another round to them, and she kind of like hurries off and goes to get it. But other than that, there's no one else.
Looks like they're the only ones to talk to, but it looks like they've been drinking all night. I don't know how much information they'll have right now.
Maybe them being so far in their cups, they're more pliable
That is
to the
a
truth.
That is a good thought. Yeah.
D12 rolls for Nisea and Brolin, please. See how much more hot in the sauce they are.
7.
Yep, Brolin's up there.
Oh, I got a 1.
Oh.
I don't know what. Is
the-
that good?
You're kind of like having a good time. The guard, he, bless his heart, made his way home about an hour or two ago. He couldn't keep up with.
I hope he made it home all right.
I healed him. He'll be fine.
Eh.
What are you
Yes,
saying?
yes.
You doubting my my healing?
Of course not, Brolin.
Yeah.
You're being a bit confrontational right now. I need you to calm down.
Or you can have another drink.
I want to grab 2 tankards and take it over to them.
Okay. Copper a piece, and the barmaid kind of gives you those, and she goes to fetch like a much larger one because they're gonna need more. But she hands those 2 to you as you head over.
Like motion for Flint to come.
What?
Just
You're new.
Am I?
I haven't seen her around here.
Yeah, I mean,
We're new. We're here looking for a bounty. Hoping you could give us a lead.
Because we're bounty hunters,
Oh,
you see.
Hey, Cinder, I think that there is some.
Should I go sit in a corner,
Yeah,
perhaps?
basically.
Okay, I'll go sit in a corner. That's
Yep.
fine. Nice to meet you too. I'm sure you're lovely. I talk to animals, so I'm gonna go sit in a corner.
he knows we didn't meet him, right?
He's
Okay. Well,
he's a great companion. He does really good work. Really good work.
So choice.
does he?
The talking, that's
Well-
up for debate still.
We're working
Look.
on it. We're working on it. But back to you guys. You seem to be having a pretty good time, huh?
Yous guys. What kind of an accent is that?
I'm from the coast.
Which one?
The eastern one. Over in the east, small town. You wouldn't have heard of it. But as my compatriot was,
We travel around a lot. We pick up different regional accents too, so it's a bit of a mishmash of things.
I mean, I'll take your word for it, but we've traveled
The
around
bounty
quite a lot
hunter.
ourselves too. So
oh,
So
really?
bravo on keeping your accents.
In your travels, you come across all kinds of people, I'd imagine, huh?
that's true. All kinds of people. You know, kinds
You
of people
have-
that like to drink beer.
Ooh.
do you like to drink
Are
beer?
we drinking beer? Because I don't mind talking, but
I mean, it's my birthday.
I'm
so...
gonna I'm sliding over the tankards to them.
hey, all right, you pay the entry fee. Let's go.
Well, what about for them? Brolin,
For us
What?
to drinks.
it's not very polite to drink before they do.
My bad. Listen, you guys should get some drinks too. Oh wait. I do have-
Barkeep, we need 2 more tankards over here.
Right
And
away.
get the Nasea size tankards, please.
Oh,
I
you
don't know
have
what
your
those
own.
are, but I'll bring them out shortly.
You know what they are.
All right. Now we got drinks for all ears and mouths. Ears to listen, mouths for drinks.
Yeah, so we're looking
Oh,
for
hang on. First, pleasure then business. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers
It's
to
your
you.
birthday, so cheers to you.
Cheers
guys.
to Nessie.
Oh, cheers to new friends. Cheers to new friends.
Cheers. Oh,
You
Cheers.
can-
We
Yes.
haven't met you yet. You stay back there.
you're right. My
I
bad.
mean, you
I should have
sit
just
there,
kept
you-
to
you
myself.
should probably sit. Just don't.
Can I get a juice?
I mean, for some
Please?
reason, he's being punished. I mean,
He's
It's not a punishment. It's more
well, he's sitting in the corner, isn't he? Like,
he likes it. He
he likes to sit in the corner by himself.
Sundar. Why don't you come over?
Why don't you
Don't-
come over here with us?
Just
Oh, I'm quite all right over in my corner.
You need to come over here right now.
there
Yes. What?
as the bounty hunting group leader. Just come on.
Over there?
Don't be afraid.
Just keep drinking and don't talk.
All right. If he's waiting any longer, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to push his chair over to our table.
Get him rolling.
No, I'll get up. Okay.
Scare him.
So Brolin pushes this chair that has a occupant in it over towards the table, connecting all of you there. The barmaid comes out. She sets down 2 very large groggers, and with it there is a small candle-lit cupcake for Nasea's birthday.
Oh, I
Because
get a
that's
a
how you'll be
cupcake.
getting discounts.
a good old
all
a
night.
cuppy.
So
Lovely.
she gives you that, and then around that time, Argos comes out with the keys, and he like sets them by the 3 of you. They're just upstairs. They're all good, fresh linens, things of that nature. You two, would you all like rooms as well?
What were we doing tonight? I don't even remember where we thought we were staying tonight.
Where we were staying. Oh, I thought I had prior arrangements.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I guess I'll take 1 room.
I mean, you could come with me.
No.
Are you sure?
We've talked about this. I'm not going to come with you.
I sure. Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you
sure.
could save
I
yourself
know.
with silver.
Yeah, silver's not that bad. I can cover it.
Right.
All right then.
So 1 more room. Okay.
One more room,
Add it
please.
to
Yep.
the top, and I'll bring those keys here in a bit. And he kind of ushers himself away, and the barmaid. Do you need anything else? This is all. Oh, and a juice. Yes, right away.
Yes, thank you.
I think we're good on drinks for now. But do you know that our last barmaid lit on fire?
Lit on fire.
But why? Come on now.
Oh, this is my first day. Did I miss something up?
No,
Are you-
you're beautiful.
are you
You're beautiful. You can
threatening
go.
I'm like,
You can go, you can go.
looking at Flint and
Oh, lost
Sundar
him.
like,
She did though. She did lit on fire.
She did-
You'll
she
hear
did,
about
yes,
it
but-
tomorrow.
I'll bring
You'll hear
that
about it
juice out in
tomorrow in
just
the
a
news.
second.
Nessie.
I mean, I
Nessie.
don't know.
Nessie.
What?
We shouldn't go around just saying that to people. That'll freak people
Oh.
out.
no, we're not freaked out. Just how did
No.
that happen?
I'm a little freaked
Oh,
out.
there
Did
was
you
like a-
set a person on fire?
No, there was a little blue light that came out of the fire.
Oh, like a firefly.
And it touched her and she lit up and then there was just bones on the ground. And I still feel a little bad about leaving her there.
We saw a blue fire.
What I mean, like,
and it
what
didn't catch
could be
anybody on fire.
what could be done? Oh, I also saw a double of myself and I fought it. And then
We
Brolin
fought it.
killed it.
Yeah.
And she's like drunk at this point. Just like
I'm glad she remembers how to tell this story.
so,
Are we sure we want to talk to these people?
maybe we'll just sort of get
Are
to
you-
where
are you trying to
we
leave?
were.
okay. What is it
Just
that you
before
wanted?
I want to hear about all the crazy fireflies. And,
I grab a key and start fidgeting with it just by
and things.
myself.
But we are looking for someone, our bounty, a very large Orcaeth man, very big. He's
Orcaeth, you say?
yeah,
Oh,
and I'll describe him in more detail. Like I'll like describe his tusks and his hair and.
Roll history checks, you two.
That's gonna be pretty good if I had to guess. That is a 22.
Okay.
Ooh.
13.
Okay. Brolin, from what Zaysa is describing, it sounds like the man by the name of Aorin. And Nisea, you've seen Brolin and this man kind of in passing, but you haven't actually like hung out.
But I've seen him.
Yeah.
What was the name again you said?
Gear.
Gear. There's not many guys that fit that description, but I know one with a different name.
Well, it's not. I'm like looking at Flint. I'm like, it's not uncommon for us to adopt a different name sometimes, right? Yeah. I mean, if we could talk to him, if you know where he is, did he leave town recently, a few days ago? Because a horse told Sindare that.
A horse.
And I'm wondering if those facts line up at all.
Who? This young man over here spoke to a horse.
The horse's name was Shadow.
Is that why he's in timeout?
He said he talked to animals, didn't he?
Sindare?
Yes. Sorry.
Tell us about Shadow and what Shadow said to you about.
Oh.
Gear.
Well, we described Gear, and Shadow said, "Oh yeah, I saw somebody like that a week ago." And
Is that the way he sounded?
from what I remember, yes. It's
Did
pretty
it just
close.
happen? You said you guys just came in tonight, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we
We just spoke to Shadow.
So you remember it differently than when it happened tonight.
Well, I think that I'm like looking at Sindare like motherfucker. I think that horses have a specific dialect that
I
they
mean,
go
it is
by.
straight from the
And I-
horse's
and I
mouth.
think it's-
Believe me.
And
I've
I
heard
think
that
that's
phrase before.
the translating from horse to common, it changes, right? It's any language translations. It's going to change. You might misremember things.
Feel like we're dancing around a conversation here.
We're just looking for this person.
What did he
horse gave us
do?
some information. I'm just trying to
Wait,
corroborate.
whoa, hold on. You guys are bounty hunters, right?
Yes.
So this
I don't
information.
know about this one over here talking to horses. He doesn't seem very.
Hey, if they're a
What?
team though, it seems like they're a team. So maybe he serves his purpose and they love it. We who are we to judge? We're not a bounty hunter team. But here's my question though. For this information we're given, normally you would pay money for information. That's kind of part of bounty hunting, right?
Well, usually I get paid for the bounty.
Right, but if you're looking for the bounty, you then pay people who give you information.
Brolin, are you
I
being
mean,
greedy?
I did come over here with the
No,
tankard of ale.
She did. Okay, you know what? You're right. You bought the drinks. I appreciate you, and I'm here to listen. Let's go.
Just tell me about that Orcaeth that you saw.
Yeah. So his name is, and I'm gonna get it wrong. He told me I would. Aaron.
Aaron.
Aoron.
Aoron,
Is that right? Aoron.
I think is what he
And
said.
do I know if he has been gone? Because we've been gone too. So I don't know if I know if we'll have his like.
You might have just being missing, but it has been a couple of months since you've connected, essentially.
I haven't seen him for at least a couple months. So it doesn't. I can't confirm or deny Horse Boy over there, but
But I can.
I have a name.
Sindare.
you haven't told it to me yet.
Shadow seems to be telling the truth.
Shadow is an honest horse. He's a good boy.
You just met him. Wonder if horses could be liars like people.
This guy seems too trusting. How long have y'all known him?
I've known him for many hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
hours. I see. So
No, I'm kidding. I've known him for a very long time.
I mean, just
Old
today wait. Old
Can I-
friends? Okay, old friends.
friends.
can I see if they're lying to me?
Yep.
Sure, insight checks.
That would be the first point.
because you're kind of drunk.
That's fair.
Disadvantage, you say?
Yes.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay. Anyone that's trying to pull the wool over their eyes right now, just
Oh,
straight
absolutely.
deception
Ten.
checks.
10 for me.
you do not.
I'm
see-
very good at deception.
Ooh, 24.
Okay.
20.
So
That's
what Zaysa and Flint are saying
8.
is kind of matching up, but Cinder, my
Mhm.
boy, is giving off
I don't
like
know,
them
he's-
vibes. Like
He's
something
still a bit
else.
sus to me. Just the way he is.
But I
Talks
think
to
I'm getting the
animals.
picture now. I get why you guys were sending him off to the corner, maybe at the
I mean, he
start of
doesn't-
this whole thing.
He doesn't look like. I mean, like frankly, the two of you don't either. They don't look like the kind of bounty hunters that I see around Dawn. But they did say they're from somebody, somebody, somewhere else. So
Yes. Far travelers, but
Far away.
yeah, I can tell that you're from far away.
but
But you go ahead.
to introduce ourselves. My name is Zaysa.
Yeah. My name's Flint. Flint Whitley. It's nice to meet you.
Brolin Rockknocker.
I'm Nasea Leah, and my friends call me Ness, so this one calls me Nessie, like the long-necked sea creature.
Nessie.
Oh, my turn?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
I
waiting.
think
with bated
everybody
breath.
knows my name at this
Nope.
point. Well,
Nope.
they've said it multiple times. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to hear you say it.
Oh, my name is Cinder.
What? Is that a fake name?
Were you looking
took
at your
quite some
hand?
time to.
You were looking at your hand.
Did you
when
write it
said
down
Is it
in
written
your
on your
hand?
hand?
No. No, it's Cinder Flows.
All right,
It's-
Cindy, I believe you.
Well, good, because I'm telling the truth.
Well, I don't believe you anymore. So you shouldn't have to say that you're telling the truth.
So, my telepathic connection is still up
Okay.
because I have it until I do a long rest. So I'm just gonna tell it to say Cinder. I'm like, just calm down, look up, stop being so weird. You're doing great. Doing great. Maybe have an ale.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No,
I'm
I
saying
would
this in
like.
her
I'm
head,
still.
in his
I'm
head.
still.
Oh, sorry. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I
The
was gonna
barmaid
suggest it
arrives
anyway.
with like a juice. It has like a kitty cup attachment.
Yep.
And
Thank
sits in
you
his front.
so much.
straw.
Oh, Nasea looks at him very judgmentally.
Good juice. It's like a
soup.
Excuse
like
me,
a
do you know where
orange
you are?
pineapple juice.
Do you know where you are? I didn't even know they served juice here.
Well, everybody serves juice
Yes,
if you
we
go to the
normally
right.
serve it during the day, but it's for kids typically.
Ooh.
It's just it's like wine that's not wine yet.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
he's like ahead of the curve.
It's. Don't
Oh.
worry. I just like juice. It's fine.
Roland,
Yes.
how do you feel about this?
It's been a weird night. And
It's been a weird day.
What?
For me?
these
You know
people
what?
are here to drink, and so hey, there's nothing else entertaining happening right now in this town, so might as well drink with them for a little bit more until we pass out, I guess.
As you say that, the innkeeper comes up and like slides you your key, Brolin, and the barmaid leaves, and he goes to walk back towards behind the desk, and you all hear the front of the inn kind of slam open, just like just loud noises. You can feel a slight draft. And from what you can see out of one of the windows, the snow is coming down a little bit heavier than it was earlier this night. But there is a large man kind of sauntering into this establishment.
I
How large?
stand
How
up.
large?
Very accurately described large.
Oh,
Yep, I stand up and I immediately just go.
are they
Well,
your friend?
Zaysa, it seems that you've healed quite well.
And
Do I-
that's where we're gonna
Recognize it.
end it.
That's where we're gonna end it. Oh no!
But yes, you do recognize it, Zaysa. You, Brolin, probably Flint would recognize.
He doesn't
this.
have like wrinkles and gray hair.
We'll find out in a week. So, for
Alright.
all of you lovely folks, we are about to give some dice away! Exclamation point critical. If you have not already, and we will see who will be up for grabs next. Let me see what we're looking for. A raid. Be sure to tune in next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific on the Fable 42 network for the first exciting episode of this campaign. The preludes have ended, and we will introduce
Wait.
all of the team, and they will get to learn more about each other because
Team Thunderstrike.
oh my gosh, it's already happening. You don't make this stuff up. But yes, be sure to tune in for that. And while that's happening, we are going to end up rating Blackwater D&D here shortly. While that's getting set up, let me see if we are ready for the giveaway, which is
Ooh.
okay, I cannot pronounce.
Crockford.
Necroc 4, you have won the giveaway. Necroc 4. Go ahead and sign up to the Discord. Contact a man by the name of Chris Solo, which his voice you might have just heard, and he will get that sent out to you. You just have to give him your information. But yes, we will see you all on the next shoot as we are trying to find how to type words here. But yes, we will rate Blackwater D&D. Tell them how much you had fun here. Shoot them a like or follow if you have not already, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See ya. Thanks for watching.